Yeah, go now.
Go live.
What about now?
Live.
Yeah.
Now?
The Friday night tights. Oh no.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Do we have a title?
Yeah.
Oh, when I clap my... Come here. Come here. Come on.
Oh, hey, yo. Don't destroy things. Don't.
There we go.
Look at that little doggo.
Oh, yes.
Like a baby. Oh, wait, let me make it show though.
Chucky doggy.
Hi, Remy.
She heard me
Remy,
clapping. She's like, it's
perfect.
playtime. Let's go. And I'm like, oh, that's a good girl. You go lay down now. Daddy's got to work.
Yeah.
How do you think I pay for your dog chow? Hey, do we have a title?
Yeah, I put Rings of Power, Cringe, Intensifies, and R.I.P. Star Wars.
Okay.
Again?
That's good. I like the definite theme of this episode because, you know, themes, messages, shipping ruined fandom. Shipping ruined fandom. And look what happens when you get an all-female team of directors doing the Rings of Power Season 2 to improve it.
2-2.
And what are they running with? Haladriel. The thing we joked about all last year. I was calling it Saurondriel, but you know, there's many others out there. Shipping in fucking Tolkien. Fuck shipping. I've hated it since day one, and it's absolutely ruined fandom. One flick bean to rule them all.
Ew.
Speaking of that, a lot of people in the Hot D discussions were just talking about Rhaenyra and Alicent hooking up. It was like, what do you...
Excuse me, what?
Well, they probably, in the books, they most likely did.
Yeah, but...
even in the show, they insinuated that. But
like, talking about that instead of, you know, all the death, destruction, politics.
No, I hope they hook up. Sorry.
Oh, look at the Acolyte.
They don't. Well, I don't know. There's time.
Dude, yeah.
If Sarah Hess stays around.
After one scene, people were like, oh my God, Maddie Jacinto and what the fuck were their names? Queermere and...
Queermere.
Quim, Shrew? I don't know.
Yeah, they were like, will they hook up? And then everyone was like, didn't he kill all of her friends?
She don't care. It's like Ray Palpatine.
She saw his little yellow lightsaber. It
Yeah,
made it all
why do you need
okay.
friends when you can get the D.
Oh, that was actually hilarious. The people who shipped Kylo and Rey, and then them in the cinema when they saw them kiss were like, yes! And then he died. They were like, no! And we were like, ooh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Halandriel, dude. I saw that. We'll talk about it. We're gonna, but it definitely comes from Amazon. Like, this is what they're pushing. So, like, if you had any doubt that season 2 was going to be worse than season 1, I think that's out the door. I think that's pretty much out the door. We're going to find out in about 48 hours because it's Rings of Power week. It's Hell Month, everybody.
It's Hell Month.
I'm going to
celebrate Friday by playing Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang Clan? All right.
Yes. Ah, that was a good game.
Why aren't you playing it literally every single second you're awake, as? Come on, let's go.
I'm still on my jolly. I'm still on my
happened
jollies. I'm only turning up for scheduled streams right now. That's it.
You're still on your jollies? Your what?
Holidays.
I
Holidays.
thought you
yeah,
said
I always
jollies.
forget.
Because
These
he's
are-
dead.
We're supposed to treat
Not
this as
the real
episodes of a TV show. We should have opened with somehow Healed versus Babyface returns.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We should have.
Through
No, this is
Sith
AI
magic
as.
cloning.
Yeah, that's all we need is 2 asses in this world.
Two
Hello,
asses better-
as clone.
Hello, mouth to as.
What?
What the fuck?
That was something you could
Is
say, I
this
guess.
some, like human centipede thing?
Why not?
Sure. Why not?
Sure, X-ray girl.
Hi, how you doing? Shipping is all they know how to write because they just hire a bunch of fucking dumb middle-aged, never combed in their life tosspots. So that's what we get. You know, we get 50 Shades of Star Wars.
Toss pods. Feeling aggressive today, I see.
Going in hard right at the start. You're a poopy pants.
Next, you'll call them idiots.
Oh, I don't. Hey,
That's pretty strong,
that's-
actually.
It's a
Sorry
stone
about
too
that.
far.
yeah, that's a bridge too
Might want to
far.
bleep that out on the re-upload.
Yeah, you are not very good at your job.
You're silly.
Not making a great case for women taking over
Low
male
par.
franchises, that's for sure. Just in the last
they're
couple of months.
thriving. What are you giving it? Thriving.
Yeah, you're right. They're ruining Rings of Power. How could they?
I know. That's true. It's its own separate. They're ruining the fan fiction. How is that even possible?
The season 1 fans are like, no,
I
you're
know.
making Rings of Power bad.
You're making it bad. Oh, hello, MauLer.
Ooh, that's a question. Were there more fans of Rings of Power season 1 or the Acolyte? Yeah, see, stumped you.
I didn't know either had any.
There's 1 or 2.
They both lost a significant amount of a very small amount. And we're talking fans here. We're not talking curiosity because it has the name Lord of the Rings on it, which had a lot of people checking it out. And then 63% of them in this country bailed.
But I don't think it actually has any fans, like legitimate fans. There are people who claim to like it.
Well, I think, okay,
but
it does.
Their arguments for the show tend to revolve around it's got queer representation.
Yes.
It's got this. There's nothing that we're going, oh no, the story between Galadriel and Halbrand was so complexly told because of these specific reasons. No, it just boils down to this stupid fucking stunning and brave inclusion and diversity fucking nonsense gaslighting that we keep hearing all the time. But I've not seen a single compelling argument for any of the shows, whether it be Acolyte, Rings of Power, whatever,
I think
as to why they're actually good, well-constructed shows with great characters and a well-written story.
this would apply to Acolyte in a year and a half, much more. But for a Rings of Power self-professed fan, I would love to ask them what happened in season 1 and just see what their answer would be.
Yep.
Like, see if they could even recall any of it. Just see if they're like, well, you know, this is when Mordor was created.
Yeah. They changed a font. Didn't you see it? That was awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
To Comic Sans.
Dude, if you bullet point recap, which I will do in my video, season 1, it sounds like a fucking comedy, dude. It sounds like a parody.
I'm actually trying to think how I would describe season 1.
Galadriel was so awesome at her 1,000-year mission of searching for Sauron without a map that she was given the gift to go to heaven, basically. She was exited out the door. They were actually trying to get rid of her because she was so annoying. And she decided she didn't want to go to Valar and jumped out of a boat, swam across an ocean the size of the Atlantic, and ran into Sauron on a raft.
Yeah.
And then they wanted to fuck.
And then they immediately found the kingdom of fucking
Numenor?
Numenor, yeah.
Yeah.
So because that was just hanging out right next to them.
Yeah, they just magically made it to the island in the middle of the ocean, and where there's a massive surge of racism towards elves, the knife ears, because they're going to take their jobs. And all Sauron Halbrand wanted to do was get his little badge so he could make swords. He wanted to join the Union, and the Union wouldn't let him in. And all he wanted to do was join the Union. That's all he wanted to do. And he was totally not like Aragorn at all. He was a king of the South that was deposed, and he wants to find Sauron too. And then, of course, Isildur is a sailor, and the sea is always right. And Elendil's like an effeminate dude. Ar-Pharazôn is kind of like Karl Marx. And then Muriel's a girl boss. Muriel, whose skin is like pearl. Wait. I might have a sound effect for that.
Snow Brown.
Whose skin is like pearl.
Snow Brown and the 7 Seattle Baristas.
And then there's Moria. And then fast forward, they make the orcs that were made by a dark elf and not Melk or Morgoth or Morgoth, whatever name you want to use. And he made some orcs, but they're his lovely little children. They dug giant trenches right under the nose of the keen-eyed elves of the South, who were head by an incompetent white guy with Don Lemonless, and they didn't catch the trenches at all while they were making a mousetrap contraction to restart a volcano so they can create their own land to just be evil on their own. Then they construct the rings in reversed order. They start with the 3 that they ended with when Master Smith Grandma Brimbor discovers alloy because Halbrand Sauron told him.
Have you tried merging them?
It's called alloy.
That's not my keyboard, by the way. People chat, stop picking on me.
That was me, sorry.
And then then after Galadriel finds out that Halbrand is Sauron, she lets him go, doesn't tell anybody, and has the rings made anyway. And it's her idea. Celebrimbor did add one thing as, we need to make 3 because it's balance. Oh yeah, and there was a bunch of Harfoots running around, and if somebody twists an ankle, they just leave. Yeah. They leave them to die. And there's a totally not female Frodo and a totally not female Sam following around a totally not Gandalf who is being chased by Nazgûls. Yeah, masterpiece, absolute fucking masterpiece.
I've forgotten about the Númenórean men put on armor with tits.
It's a boob. Oh God. The moob armor. The mighty Númenóreans, who are the baddest ass fighting force in Middle Earth, have moob armor.
And Muriel decides to disguise the fact that she's blind from her subject by wearing a blindfold.
You have not seen what she has seen, okay?
Clearly not. Clearly I haven't. Clearly I have not.
Oh wait, and Galadriel teaching the soldiers how to fight by stabbing, twisting, and gutting. That's how you kill things.
Stab, twist,
gut.
Wow. Try spinning. That's a neat trick.
Oh, and when they're at the Númenórean library, they discover when they finally look at a map what the mark was on that on
her brother's
Galadriel's brother's arm. And she seen other place that she was searching for 1,000 years. For 1,000 years. And they also find a complete write-up of Sauron's plan. They're all, right next to this. That's funny. The Dark Lord plans to take up residence in Mordor.
This is A+ writing.
A fucking plus. And now they're out there wanting to ship Galadriel and Sauron. I have an idea. Why can't you have Galadriel ship her fucking husband? Celeborn, where is he?
He's clearly not the bad boy.
No.
Isn't this the series where every episode's directed by a woman? Didn't they push that as well?
They did. One of the first things they said post season 1 was that we're gonna get all women directors. We're moving to the UK, and there'll be more action. There'll be more battle.
Okay. Well, the battle that they had last season was shit.
It was great when
It was
she
great.
did the horse flip decapitation thing. Remember that? That was great.
No.
More of that.
I don't remember.
I don't.
I remember her taking a pyroclastic fucking blast to the face
Yes.
and walking it off.
Remember when as we were being told this stuff
Yes.
before it happened? And we're like, what?
There's no way that this could. Like when we knew what was going to happen in the last episode, and one of the things we had got was Muriel's walking, trying to hide the fact that she's blind by wearing a blindfold, and we're like, what? This has got it. They got it taking the piss, but everything they've said so far has been right. So why wouldn't the last episode be right? And it turned out to be right.
And it's not unlike reading the spoilers for Game of Thrones season 8. You're just reading this going, no fucking way. No.
Yeah.
It does not go down this way. And it did.
Yet,
and
and
yet it did. And actually, the written down spoilers on Reddit told the story better. Not good, but better than the actual execution. Holy shit. Here, let's go to Total Film. All right. Yeah, we'll and then hang on to that article.
Yes, it's I got it ready. I got it ready.
Okay. How you doing, everybody? We just got right into it. I've been putting off rewatching it, and I'm fuck that. I'm not gonna rewatch. I'm gonna rewatch it at double speed. I'm gonna skip. There's long parts you can just skip. But it's pretty much seared into my brain after you do multiple reviews, and I have a super cut out there if you want to see. It's an hour and 40. It's MauLer like in the early days. It's an hour and 43 minutes long. The Rings of Power Galadriel actor thinks she and Sauron share a psychic link. There is some sort of cosmic connection.
Oh, shut up.
Do you think they called her the Rings of Power Galadriel actor instead of her name because no one knows who she is? Or
maybe, or I think honestly, it's getting clicks. So if you put Morphic Clark, Galadriel actor, I think will attract more eyes because nobody knows who Morphic Clark is.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think she does either.
No. Morphic Clark says she agrees with Charlie Vickers' theory that Galadriel and Sauron are psychologically connected and in other ways too. No, they're not. They're absolutely not. Sauron is the embodiment of evil. Whatever good was in Sauron when he was made or born is long gone, was long fucking gone in the Second Age. He is complete and total evil.
She can fix him.
Oh.
and Galadriel, who was
The
supposed
moment
to be
the penny drops.
the Lady of Lothlorien, the Lady of Light, the epitome of femininity and grace and power, is a dumb bitch. They made her a dumb bitch. So in the name of intersectionalism, they took one of the most powerful female characters, the most powerful female characters in Tolkien, and made her a dumb bitch. And now she's shipping Sauron. And this is why they left out Celeborn. And I'm never going to let that go because he's kind of important to the story. The Rings of Power star Morphic Clark says she agrees with Sauron actor Charlie Vick. Oh, we already read this. I'd agree with him. I think there is, Clark tells Games Radar of Vickers' psychic connection theory. Sorry, I mispronounced Gaze Radar. They're both magical, powerful beings, and I think there is something lonely to existing in the kind of sphere that they both are in.
No, but wait. Oh, God, shut up, you stupid cow. She's she's
lonely. relating it to celebrity, dude. She's fucking relating.
Okay.
Fucking. It's It's so lonely at the top, you know. Fucking bitch. But yeah. There is some sort of cosmic connection, which I've heard Charlie mention a few times. I was like, nice. I like that. Yeah, that rationalizes this garbage. And it will go on for thousands and thousands of years.
No. But it won't, and it never did. Apart from the fact it won't, never did, she's absolutely wrong.
Yeah. Vickers, who plays Halbrand.
Knickers. Just call him Knickers.
Knickers. In season 1, and we'll take on more of a
Vickers the Knickers.
Take on more of a Sauron, including his fairer form of Anatar, which should have been in season 1. That's what they're Halbrand didn't exist for anybody who didn't read the books. Halbrand didn't exist. Female Frodo. I can't even remember her name. That's one thing I can't.
No clue. Her and a mate.
Female Sam.
I can't remember any of the
Female Sam.
Names.
The Stranger is not Gandalf. Nori.
Nori Lightfoot.
No.
No?
Not Gordon Light. It's
Okay.
Nori. I don't care.
Strider.
Yeah.
Skywalker.
Bean Flicker. I don't know.
Palpatine.
I think they're connected, if not by proximity, then by their psyche. Vickers explains. You are just dude, they don't even believe this bullshit, right? They're just like, man, I gotta think of something to say. They're fed this shit. There's no way. They're higher beings, so I'm sure it runs deeper than being in the same place together. As we know, Galadriel was fooled by her.
Well, she was thick as pig shit.
She was in the show. Yeah.
Got to give her something.
In the story, not for 1 second, she's fooled. So I don't know how this helps. Her newfound friend Halbrand, who later unmasks as her arch nemesis Sauron at the end of season 1. Looking forward to season 2. No, I'm not. Are you? Anyone? I mean, the memes will be great.
I honestly, I'll be honest, mate. I don't know if I can do it. I'm gonna try and get through the first episode, but I just don't think I've even got it in me from a constitutional standpoint.
Well, in my constitution, I have free speech, so I'm gonna do it.
Doesn't really.
I'm talking about stomach constitution here, by the way.
No, I just try to make that work somehow.
Dare I ask, for you to once again explain how your system works? Because of course,
please,
you managed to survive the Acolyte.
Let's pause for a minute.
Right, okay. I'll tell you
and
my theory.
Manor, and She-Hulk.
We need an intro for As Logic, okay?
This is how many episodes comes out on Friday.
Yep.
That is 3 hours of this shit.
Okay. If 3 hours of MILF Manor came out. No, it comes out Thursday.
No. I mean, I haven't even done any of MILF Manor season 2. Maybe sometime. But the Acolyte was at least 30 minutes long. You could take 30 minutes and then do a video. I just don't think I can physically manage to get through 3 hours of this shite.
It comes
and the
out.
Acolyte was laughable garbage. This is just... It's just painful. It's like Chinese torture.
That could be fun.
I think we're at the laughable garbage point, pretty much. I think we're there. I mean, as
soon as Anatar comes on the screen, we're going to fucking piss ourselves laughing, aren't we?
Yeah.
His forehead's really funny.
I'm the master of disguise. Look at my wig. It's so fucking retarded. You gotta laugh. You gotta laugh.
To the people I've already spoken to.
Dude, this company is one of the richest companies in the top 2, 3.
Means nothing.
Richest companies in the world, has all the resources in the world, could have gotten anybody they wanted, ghosted Peter Jackson, who's on my shit list right now anyway, because of War of the Rohirrim, which we can talk about later. But fuck this. They deserve everything they get, and they've got all this money, and then they went out and, as I know you've been on holiday, they pre-attack the fans again. You know they did it. They
No,
fucking did it.
but-
Yes,
but
they
of course
fucking did it.
yes.
Sorry, just like pre-attacked. Like,
I don't.
they have pre-attack,
Preemptive
regular
attack. Premature
So they have attack
ejaculation
as well.
on the fans, whatever it is. I guess an attack is
What,
attack.
what did we do
There's
now?
no
What did we
pre-attack.
do now?
This is
No,
what
there's
happens when you get kicked
post-attack
out of
as
3
well.
high schools, okay?
Once the season's over, they'll do some post-attack and then some like repeat attack.
Yeah,
rerun
maybe they'll
attack.
do a mid-quill attack. Holy shit. Yeah, so I still haven't
Yes.
heard the logic. What is the logic?
I just don't think I can get through 3 hours of this shit in a day. I just can't.
Well, what about one
And
minute per day?
And it is just the most benign shit.
What if there was
This show-
three?
I-
What if there was 3 episodes of Batwoman in one day? Would you?
No, I don't think I could get through 3 episodes of I barely get through an episode of The Acolyte in a day.
But you don't have to watch all 3. You can watch
I know.
one.
I'm going to try, but I said I'm going to try and watch the first episode. And then maybe it would probably most likely do a video on the first episode.
And then it depends on just how much people want you to suffer, right?
Oh, yeah. If it does shit, I'm like, fuck this. I'm keeping my brain cells and just playing Monkey Man.
Yeah, that's fair. I want to play Monkey Man as well.
I think.
Or Dustborn.
I think the
I'll play
audience.
Dustborn.
The
I'll do
audience
that for a laugh.
should. How is that different than watching Rings of Power? How?
Trust me. Rings of Power is better than Dustborn. I think not as.
Gary, he will stream like 7 hours straight of that dumbass game.
Of that
but he
dog
won't
shit.
watch
But he wanted to watch
2 hours.
2 hours of television. How the fuck does that make sense?
As logic.
Da, 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 da.
It's that mouth as thing.
I don't ask the audience for much, but I'm gonna
I've
ask.
taken a
I'm gonna ask something
substantial
of you
amount
now.
brain damage, okay?
I want
We
the
can tell.
audience
That's the
to
actual
absolute.
logic.
I will join you. I want to watch Az suffer. So please peer pressure him into this, please.
Wow.
What was your longest session on Ring Golem of Rings of Lord of Golem?
Ring of Gollum.
Lord of Ring.
With all due respect, and I don't want to be crass now.
There's
to
a
the
butt
audience,
coming here.
But I'm playing Gollum, the worst thing that I've ever had the misfortune to play in my life. And people are literally throwing super chats at me like it's going out of fashion. And it's just like I can't let these people down. They're loving my mental fucking breakdown with this game.
That's where you and I differ, as I played it for the art. I had to
good.
know.
Good for you.
Experience it.
And what did that buy you?
Hey, a fucking one of the best EFAP episodes ever is what it bought me. Like,
I got a shed. I got my brie shed thanks to Gollum.
You don't have a
Lord of
breach.
Golem was excellent, and your
Yeah.
hatred of it will never bring it down. All right, so there you go.
But there's some like the Rings of Power. It's just dumb. It's just dumb and retarded. Gollum is inept to an actual degree that is quite tantalizing and commendable.
Gary, he had a 6-hour session on Lord of Ring Golem.
I had fun playing it with you guys, like talking to me like I was a 4-year-old child, like walking me through it. That was fun.
It's been so long since me and Az had to teach someone how to walk in a video game.
No, Gary.
No, remember when I started the game over?
cold.
I'm like, what
At
is
least
that?
there were no doors. Okay.
There were no doors, but I ended up starting the whole game over. All right, back to this. It's terrible. Yes, the Rings of Power season 1 is terrible. I'm sorry to have misjudged someone as Galadriel did with him, says Clark. Yes, it is terrible, and it's a complete vandalization of one of my favorite characters and everybody's favorite characters. And the fact that there's so many fucking shills back, especially like, I'm a scholar, I'm a Tolkien professor. Yes, I can completely believe that Galadriel's a 5'4" retard, walking around for 1,000 years, thinking her husband's dead, who is not apparently, and looking for Sauron without a map, and then running into him in the middle of the fucking ocean so they can ship each other. I'm sorry. What Tolkien letter was that in? Please find it. You know, Amazon's going to start finding like letters from Tolkien under Simon's couch. It's like weird. I don't remember Tolkien writing in crayon, but man, that's a letter. It's Sauron ship Galadriel. Haha. Fucking J.R.R. Tolkien. Oh my God. It's terrible to have messaged. So I think that also kind of binds her to him. I hate reading this. I hate this timeline because she doesn't make mistakes like that. She made the entire Rings of Power season 1's a mistake, and everything that happens in season 2 is now her fault. Is now directly her fault, and he'll forever be the person who deceived her and tricked her.
Well, it wasn't hard.
The whole
She's
point.
stupid.
She was never deceived in the books. Not for one fucking second. She was not deceived. She was on to Anatar. She thought there was something off about him from Jump Street. It's exactly how Tolkien wrote it too. From Jump Street. They can do it. I can do it too. The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power Season 2 hits Prime August 29th. Now that's Thursday. That's Thursday at midnight Pacific. I think that's the last time I got there, X-Ray Girl. We were looking, so they're not releasing it during prime time here in America. Very interesting, because they did last time.
Oh, so that is Friday for me and Az then.
Yes.
Right. I got you.
Well, midnight.
Hey, that
wait, no,
fucking...
that's
no,
it's
it would
Thursday.
Like
It'd be later Thursday,
like morning.
Oh, sorry, I'm
into
thinking
afternoon.
of...
Yeah, so it's midnight. At the stroke of midnight Thursday morning.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
8 a.m. your time. 8 a.m. your time.
8
a.m. Friday.
Thursday.
And that's Pacific time, so it's like 2
'Cause you
a.m.
got
for
the
me.
whole of Thursday. You know, still.
So I ain't watching it till the morning. I'm not getting up at 2
Wait,
in the morning.
so 8 a.m. Friday?
No, Thursday.
Thursday.
Are you sure?
Okay. Wait, midnight.
What's the date today?
Oh my
We're
God.
ahead of you.
What's
not
the,
behind you.
Yes, you are ahead of us. So if it's midnight here, it's 8 a.m. for you.
Yeah,
On Friday.
No, on
Midnight
Thursday.
Thursday is 3 a.m. in Eastern time is 8 a.m. your time.
Now you gotta watch it.
I'm out on Thursday. I'm out that day. Oh wow.
Liar.
The whole
Liar.
day. You're so full of it.
Your
No,
pants are on fire.
I am. I'm busy. My holiday ends Friday, which is the 30th.
Well, you've got all week to watch it and catch up by next Tuesday. So there you go.
Oh, fuck off.
You got all kinds of time to watch it. Piss off. Get rid of that article. But I do want to point out, let's see if we can find that trailer. Here, I'll look for it. There's a trailer that has a bunch of Instagram reviews in it, because that's going to convince people, right? It's like, oh my God. Totally hot Sauron fan 742 said Rings of Power Season 2 looks amazing. I'm so going to see it now. I'm convinced.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Let's see if I can find this trailer that just came out.
Ask them what their favorite Obey Sinead Chinoy movie is.
Okay, here it is. Here it is. Can your internet handle it, X-Ray Girl, or should I give it to one of the boys?
I'm getting the guy to install the internet tonight. So
I'm not gonna. You know what? I was gonna say something. I just wouldn't be appropriate. Never mind. There. I had a joke. Sometimes you got to reel them in. Just go. You know, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. There it is in the private chat. Okay, check this. It's so funny.
When did this come out?
I'm
2
scared.
days
It came out
yesterday. I didn't see this.
Yesterday.
I didn't see this.
Okay.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Sauron's return.
And fans are ready.
No, they're not.
Right there. Pause. The Haladriel tease. I love you. Oh Oh.
This is from the official account.
This is an official promo from Amazon. This scene is going to be absolutely exceptional and jaw-dropping. I already know it. What the fuck?
The fellowship.
No
sling.
human talks like that.
Nobody with an IQ, anyway.
What the
with one.
Oh, so yeah, they're which is funny. It is funny that they're advertising on X because Elon fucking roasted the shit out of the show when it came out. Kind of funny. I love it. So hit play. Let's see if there's any more awesome reviews. I'm screaming, it's amazing. Can't wait emojis.
What? No.
They have emojis in quotes now.
They're crying emojis. You're emotionally unstable.
Deranged.
Evaded.
Deranged, unhinged.
He's Sauron.
Correct.
He's Sauron.
Galadriel!
Deranged, unhinged, impeccable. What?
No. Makes no sense.
Impeccable.
How would you go from
What?
deranged, unhinged to impeccable? There is no logic there.
Ever feel like the cultures of storytelling and trailers for storytelling have combined?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
now we don't get to have either. Like we've just got a horrible monster that is between them both.
Yeah, but
We
who's
do.
it made for?
Well,
Who's it legitimately made for?
Hollywood writers, WGA writers, supposed professional writers have embraced fanfic. Like, of course. Everything's like blurring into each other. Like movies are pretty soon going to be like, they're trying to emulate social media too and trying to find a way to get in there. And it's really hard to get in to something that's way more authentic. So I don't believe any of these are fucking real, but they could be. Maybe the looks absolutely great with 3 T's, because that makes it more great, MauLer, if you put 3 T's at the end.
Uh-huh.
Charlie Vickers is going to absolutely kill it as Sauron. He was Sauron last fucking season, you dumb bitch. Allegedly. He didn't kill it then. He ain't going to kill it now. Holy it.
Just put the I in there. What are you worried about? Oh, that was an official promo.
No.
Yes.
I
Yes.
refuse to believe that. On the basis that it was wank. What was that? I told you, this 50 Shades of Lord of the Rings.
I should just call it the Rims of Power.
Oh, no.
The Queef of Power.
Yes. Charlie Vickers is the Lord of the Rim.
Oh, no.
Oh,
That was horrible.
I'm looking at the
No,
comments,
I love that.
and I mean, maybe they're tailored for me, but I'm ready to roast this abomination to a burnt crisp, if that's what you mean. Crickets chirping. Yeah. Yeah, it's only got 2,000 likes from an account. Well, maybe with almost 500,000 followers.
2,000. Wait, what?
2,000 likes. And it's an advertisement, so it's being pushed.
Hold on.
2,000 likes.
2.1k likes.
Yeah.
26th of August, 10:42 p.m. So it's been up for nearly a day.
Who are the fans again? Just for clarification purposes. What
Dude,
fans?
I got 2.6 thousand likes on my fucking female Fight Club tweet.
Oh my God. I can't wait for that to come out. If it's a parody, it'll be genius. It'd be absolute genius.
Yeah, like Barbie was a parody.
Do like fucking full on Airplane. Like do a female Fight Club and make it Airplane and it'll be great. No, it's going to be like Ocean's 8. Remember Ocean's 8? Anybody
No.
remember? But yeah, the
No.
all female Ocean's 11.
No.
But because they
Nobody
wanted to mirror the gender pay gap that they had like 35% less people.
Well, it's a shame they didn't get the audience fucking pay gap, innit?
Or no, on the other hand, it's like no, less women can do what more men did. Okay, girl boss, yeah.
Nobody's done more to fucking harm women in Hollywood than women.
I see a lot more people roasting it than actually liking it. Oh boy, I wonder if are there any early reviews? Because it premieres in 2 days. Where are the early reviews, guys?
By the way, I have not heard. Last season, I knew everything was going to happen. I have not heard a thing about season 2. Not one thing.
It's going to have battles in it.
Has it got a 2-episode battle? Didn't they say there's a battle which goes over 2 episodes?
There is a battle that goes over 2 episodes. Hey, Gore, did you or Alan get I know you're out there, Gore. I know you're listening. Did you or Alan get a copy to watch yet? Because it hits theaters tomorrow. I have to. What sucks is you have to get there early, like because you're not guaranteed a seat. If you get there early enough, but like I ain't doing like back in the day when I really cared, and this was back in my comic shop days. We get passes to movies like Punisher Warzone or something like that, and I'd sit there for fucking 6 hours waiting for the movie, no problem, hanging out with everybody, but I ain't doing that for this. So I'm going to get there a couple hours early. That'll have to do it. And we're only getting the first 2 episodes.
What of
Rings of Power. So they're doing screenings around the country.
So they're going to release 3 on Thursday. But they're only releasing 2 in screeners.
2 in screeners on Wednesday, but that's for everybody and critics, and that's the day before. I'm assuming some screeners went to critics before that, but maybe not. Then that's absolute confirmation this is dog shit.
Hey, do you remember when Rings of Power was the most watched Amazon show when it came out? However, it was also beaten by The Boys season 3. And Clarkson's Farm in the UK. It got trounced by Clarkson's Farm in the UK, which is fucking genius.
To be fair, Clarkson's Farm is a titan.
Absolute titan.
It's difficult to defeat.
Very difficult to defeat. Yeah, dude. I want to say that critics were allowed to see it earlier. Hey, House of the Dragon released episodes to critics, I believe, 2 weeks ahead of the premiere. Not a day.
Yeah, but they're clearly, whatever you think, they're clearly proud of their show.
Oh, clearly.
They're confident and proud of their show. Amazon have to lie consistently about theirs. Which nobody fucking watched. And it lost, what was it, nearly 60% of its audience in America. From first to last episode.
Yes. It was a little less internationally, but that's hard to say. And now there's the article that we'll look at. Since you didn't see it, we'll look at it a little later. Now Amazon is saying, Hollywood Reporter is saying that they lost. They're saying that the data was just like, no, that's just an opinion. It's like, no, that's just your opinion. It's like your opinion, man.
You had an opinion on percentages. Rings of Power lost 60% of its American audience from the start of the first episode to the end of the last episode. In our opinion.
Chris Gore says, Alan and I did not get early access to the Rings of Power. Alan is seeing it Wednesday like you. But Chris is going to miss it. Yes, I did get early access to House of the Dragon several weeks before. Wow. Several. So, yeah, giant piece of dog shit incoming. Yeah, because I haven't seen, I'll look. Let's Rings of Power Season 2 Rotten.
Rims of Power might actually be a better show.
Oh,
Rim Job of Power.
We didn't even talk about like how when we talk about the Acolyte, like the fucking Rotten Tomatoes is changing their thing for the Acolyte. By the way, it's because of the Acolyte, and now it's not really going to affect TV shows. It's going to affect movies more. But we could talk about that for sure. Did you hear that they're doing a certified hot, and they're trying to phase out the audience score?
Yes.
Very quietly.
Yeah.
So you have to buy your tickets through Fandango. I rarely buy my tickets through Fandango now. I either get it straight from AMC or straight from Regal. So it's just Fandango people who can, and I don't know how they're going to do it for television. Pretty soon they're going to start checking like who your provider is. That'll be my guess. And like Rotten Tomatoes is fucking ruined. We use it. It's a nice little metric, but you have to also compare it to IMDb and Metacritic. Metacritic's probably the most real, I would say. But it's nowhere as big. Yeah, they're just, the marketing tool is turned on them now. And that's why they're changing it. So Rings of Power Season 2, negative. No critic reviews. It premieres in a couple days. In a day and a half. Officially. In a day and a half. No critic reviews. It's not a good sign, guys. What do you think?
I think it's going to be painful to watch.
Maybe they love it so much they all went into like a happy coma so they can get to write their reviews.
Maybe.
Like, we've seen the trailers. It looks abysmal.
Well, yeah, but you didn't like the Acolyte, so what can you say?
It looks abysmal.
Get the Collider article. Oh my god.
Collider!
Fucking Collider.
Can we stop referencing massive websites that do far less views than we do, please?
Oh, Collider's a fucking joke. All right. Collider's always been a fucking joke. They wanted to be the ESPN of movie talk. And you know what? They turned into the ESPN of movie talk. That's what happened. A bunch of fucking shills. A lot of them, there's some people who work there who knew their shit. Most of them didn't. Most of them were failed actors, failed comedians, failed hosts who just saw it as a stepping stone to go somewhere else and just like, yeah. The Rings of Power Season 2 is fully leaning into enemies to lovers, and I'm not mad about it. Why? Whose decision is this? I need to know. I'm going to fucking find out who this directly leads to. Who decided that shipping? I got close. It wasn't JD Payne. JD Payne and Patrick McKay are simply yes men. That's all they are. They're just yes men there to facilitate things. I'm guessing Lindsay Weber. I'm guessing that it maybe even some fucking Nimrod at the Tolkien estate. But yeah. One of the master strokes of Rings of Power Season 1 is the dynamic between Galadriel and Halbrand. Okay, just enough. Get this fucking out. Get it out of my face. I can't do this anymore.
That was short-lived.
Fuck!
Well, it helps if the first line isn't retarded as fuck.
You know what's hilarious is we just saw a show completely crash and fucking burn over thirst trap bullshit, and we're going right into another one.
Can I read my favorite line from this, though?
Of course.
Okay. And intentionally or coincidentally, it builds some of the most delicious enemies to lovers tension we've seen in a hot minute.
No.
That was actually
Wait, I think you need to read
50 Shades of Gay.
I think you need to reread that. Hang on.
Are you putting? Oh, God. ASMR. Okay. And intentionally or coincidentally, it builds some of the most delicious enemies to lovers tension we've seen in a hot minute.
Oh, the Access Media cannot die fast enough.
Well, Collider are doing a really good job trying to get rid of themselves anyway. So,
well, over the last, they have been like, give them credit. They have been back in the Acolyte. And they will not let it go.
Give them credit.
Give them credit for their ineptitude. A commitment to ineptitude MauLer, is a commitment.
I suppose I'll give you that.
It's a commitment. Fucking A. How these sites are still around, I have no idea. Does anybody click on the fucking ads on these sites? Like at all?
No, that's what I got ad block for.
Ooh, look at that steelbook for Terminator 4K. Mwah.
Oh, still up.
Oh, you guys are fading out on me, are you?
Oh,
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh, that looks fucking
Gary,
great.
This is the truth. I prefer Terminator to Rings of Power. There, I said it.
Oh my God.
But it's going to be a James Cameron transfer who told you that if you care about the 4K transfer, you should be in your fucking basement.
He's a cunt, but the transfers themselves, they're not like abysmal. They have mistakes that for some reason, I think he's being a bitch about it because it's too late to change it, right?
Yeah, well, they have to use AI. They're too it's not profitable enough to have people looking at it and doing it anymore. That many people. It was intensive. It was labor intensive, really labor intensive because I did it. Like that's the shit I did in Hollywood. But there were some really good people on it, and then there's some shit we half-assed. We did because you know what? A lot of times the masters are shit. I saw the Master of Thor. I held it in my hand. The Master of Thor.
I held the power of the sun in the palm
It's a
of
really
my
great
hand.
bit of artwork on the front of it, though. I'm just saying that the way.
No,
It's
that looks really
nice.
neat. No, it looks awesome. It does. Sorry, you guys aren't. I'm just what's the inverse? What's the inverse article say here? The one that says Cynthia Adea Robinson is changing Lord of the Rings canon for the. Let me guess.
Better they are.
Oh, why is the headline different now?
What? Oh, because the first one was retarded.
Because they changed it.
They changed it.
Yeah, they probably thought better of that. The new queen of Numenor says she's not just scratching the surface of her career in Rings of Power. This is the end of your career. Joseph Malway and whoever plays Bronwyn, smart people, left the show.
Yes.
Yeah, I was just going to look at it. I'm guessing it said for the better, and they changed the headline. Oh, Jesus Christ. Are you guys done shopping? You want to talk about the Acolyte now?
No, I bought
Sure,
bought the Terminator 4K Steelbook.
That's good. That's
The real
fantastic.
BBC shopping edition.
If you're gonna talk Rings of fucking Power, you should be proud
Of what?
of the fact that we have managed to get so disinterested with Rings of Power, we decided to shop on stream.
That's great.
And let's be honest, Gary, it's Terminator. It's needed a 4K forever.
Yeah.
It's an actual great film. Not a dog shit TV show by retarded Bezos and co. And Dan and Dave, who got a minor credit, or was it a removed credit from Star Trek Beyond?
JD Payne and Patrick McKay.
Yeah.
Dumb and Dumber. Yeah.
Yeah, Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, it's a great movie. Fantastic. You want to talk about it for 2 hours?
Oh, yeah, let's go.
Just to be clear, Kyle was talking about specifically these corporations in that movie when he said they can't be bargained with or reasoned with. They
Yeah.
don't feel pity, remorse, or fear. They just obliterate everything. He was trying to warn us, you know?
He was.
That wasn't a Terminator from Skynet. That was a delivery bot from Disney. It delivers death and destruction. Delivers disappointment.
Yeah.
Breaks into your house and puts fucking Blu-rays of the Acolyte into your TV.
Nicks your Christmas presents and replaces them with no, not even Blu-rays, DVDs of She-Hulk season 1. VHSs of She-Hulk season 1.
I wonder how long before they start playing with fucking delivery drones into like robots, like actual humanoid robots.
I see delivery drones really starting to take off in the next decade.
And like they've got the parcel in their hand, you go to take it, and then they go signature, and you're like, just hand me the thing, and I'll do it. And he's like, no, and like steps forward, keeps his hand on the door. Signature.
You have 10 seconds to comply. Wait, what?
I've spent the last couple of days going over fucking clips for Rings of Power because they've already said stupid stuff. I'm gonna recycle the hell out of this one. Have you seen this man?
Can we get the Jonathan Frakes? Nope, never happened. Not true.
Oh yeah.
Can we get that going, please?
That's got to be good. Yeah, I could use that one. I could use that one. So what do you guys want to talk about? You want to talk about your what is it?
I got an article.
You do?
About the Acolyte.
About the Acolyte. I covered
There are some things I've actually got that I want to ask you guys' opinions on. The news that everyone's talking about that Spider-Man 4 has been announced to definitely be a multiverse movie, and everyone's sighed. I thought that was interesting because previously
I sighed, and then he went.
Yeah, I know. And a lot previously it had been discussed that it would be back to basics, ground level type shit, especially with the ending of No Way Home, which sets that up perfectly. It's just like, there you go, in a city, ready to go. And it's funny, half of the responses I've seen people being like, fuck no, killing themselves, memes and stuff, just like, oh, it's so over, it's just constantly. The other half I've seen people say like, can't wait for him to meet Hugh Jackman Wolverine, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, fucking Michael Keaton Batman. He's just in there for some reason. Hayden Christensen Anakin, let's get him in.
Yeah, let's get him in. Get him in.
Indiana Jones, we're hoping for, obviously. Qui-Gon Jinn. Just get a few extras in there. And so, I don't know. What do you guys... For me, right? Like, the reason why I see this news, I'm just like, well, yeah, obviously, is because of the success of No Way Home and then of Deadpool and Wolverine. Why wouldn't they do a multiverse again?
I thought they were doing Black Cat with...
They still can, right?
Sydney Sweeney.
Just shove it all in. Just get it all in there. The thing is, if we were in the boardroom and they said, all right, Tobey Maguire, yes or no, I'd be like, well, I mean, you understand what I'm saying? Like, if it was, you solely have to do this from a monetary standpoint, not a creative one, you'd be like, well, of course.
Yes.
And do Spider-Man 4.
Well, so I'm saying put him in the whatever you fucking do and put him in. Same for Andrew Garfield, to be honest with you. I wouldn't be surprised we see them all back again.
Yeah. But is there a deal? No, is there a deal between Marvel and Sony?
Oh yeah, I don't exactly know. All I know is I don't even know the source for this news exactly, but everyone's reacting to it as if it's true. So I'm just saying, what do you guys think about the notion that Spider-Man 4 in the MCU, Sony, whatever the fuck is going on, is gonna be multiverse? Like I said, to me, I was just like, of course, it's not a surprise at all.
No, just stop it.
It's
just stop it.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you can't make a Spider-Man movie with just Spider-Man and make $1 billion, then it's done. Then it is done. It's really done. The whole superhero era is over. If you just need to keep throwing in every old superhero where we're like dredging up Lou Ferrigno and throwing him in as a cameo, which would be awesome, but like it doesn't really help the superhero film at all. You need to get back to making a singular film, and if you can't do it with the most popular character in the world, then you can't do it. And
let's get CGI Bill Bixby.
Yeah.
Well, so the thing is,
walking down the road.
Yes.
Gary, I don't think they want to answer that question yet. Anyway, they want to spend several more years doing multiversal shit. Obviously, like
which they can, they absolutely can, but that will burn out. Absolutely burn out.
Well, they don't care. It's ride this horse until it fucking dies, isn't it?
Because it'll be the Avengers film. Apparently, because the rumor is that the Spider-Man film will drop between the Avengers films, so all three would probably be huge. If you got Tony, what is he? Because he's Victor Von Doom. He's supposed to be, right?
Victor Von Doom.
Well,
in another
they said
universe.
Victor Von Doom, yeah, but I think it's going to be revealed to be Tony Stark.
It's Victor Von Doom in another universe. So
Yes.
whatever that starts out to be. But just the fact that they have Robert Downey Jr. playing Dr. Doom means they don't give a fuck about legacy or past 4 years.
I think the Victor Von Doom or Doc is going to turn out to be a pseudonym, and it is actually going to be Tony Stark from that universe.
Maybe.
That the Iron became the Doom suit, you know what I mean? Type of business. So they've done it before. They did it in the comics. They've had Tony Stark as Doctor Doom.
We shall see. But hey,
I think
as a
yeah.
Deadpool Wolverine enjoyer, would you not at least see some potential in pursuing the multiverse if it's...
Well, right, okay. No Way Home was successful because it handled the characters well.
Agreed.
It handled them very well. I personally believe that Deadpool and Wolverine was successful due to the utter charisma between Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Screen charisma is amazing, and I love the dynamic between them. I had a great time with that film, as you know. Going back to do No Way Home, I don't think it's going to work. I think doing No Way Home opened the door to Tobey Maguire being Spider-Man again for a Spidey 4. And you could have played with some interesting concepts of an older Spider-Man, you know, in his early 40s or whatever, middle-aged, maybe dealing with kids.
By the way, the film's going to be called No Fucking Way Home. Okay.
No, it's just gonna be called No Fucking Way.
Yeah.
Spider-Man No Fucking Way. But I don't you know, one of the reasons Deadpool and Wolverine differs as well is that's a comedy. It's a comedy. And it kind of worked. But even in that comedy, towards the end, Ryan Reynolds is just like, can we please just stop? Can we just stop all this multiverse shit?
Yeah, how are you going to make an earnest story at this point with the
Yeah.
Kang thing falling apart and people taking us seriously? And it's just going to be a hodgepodge. And you know, Chris Evans is coming back as Cap, right? That's part of this.
For Secret War, he will.
Absolutely. He is coming back. Yeah, that's all.
I tell you what, if which isn't going to happen, we know it's not going to happen. But if in Captain African American, if everything is going to absolute shit in that film, and then fucking Chris Evans just turns fucking back up in the cap suit, shield,
it's going to be bad optics, but that's exactly what's happening. That's exactly what's happening. And it's for, like I say, it's for a specific line. The line in Secret Wars, is written with the confrontation of Dr. Doom and Cap.
Oh,
the line is already written.
Is it nice ass?
Yes, that was it. You guessed it.
I would have said that we're already getting to what you guys were just discussing. I feel like we're already pretty much there. They've admitted to, okay, we'll give you all the shit back that we took. You know, like we've started that process.
It's something. Is, like, I mean, it's something.
I don't know if it's something. Like I've still, you know, I think it was 2 episodes ago we were talking about how like it feels like a trick to me a little bit.
Oh, of course it is. It's a gimmick.
It's a
multiverse
monkey's claw.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Exactly. Multiverses are a gimmick that I didn't like very much in the comic books. So
no, I've always hated them.
Yeah.
Think of it was like a chasm, and they were trying to get us to walk into it by shouting every insult ever, and now they're trying. There's like a bit of cheese. Like,
well,
even with comics, with DC and Elseworlds, for instance, I never really liked the Elseworlds story. I never really got into them because to me there wasn't any investment in a Batman which was from a different time, different place. It wasn't Bruce Wayne from the continuity line, so I didn't care because you knew it wasn't in line with continuity. It didn't have any effect. So there were sort of like curiosities, sure, and once in a while they'll actually be a decent story that would emerge, but they tended to be once in a blue moon, most of them exceedingly forgettable stuff. This is what we've got coming out in TV, film, just constantly forgettable shit. Nothing of worth has been made arguably apart from No Way Home and the massive success of Deadpool Wolverine. But those are the two exceptions in 6 years nearly now. That's a long time in terms of film.
I think part of a more interesting assessment there is what are our total big budget multiversal films? It would be The Flash, MOM, No Way Home, Deadpool Wolverine. Is that it?
Flash was a disaster.
No, well, I was going to get to this. I was going to say, so
Okay.
the Marvel-related ones have all been big successes, right? Or am I missing something?
Well, I mean, it turned out that Mom was not as big a success as the box office.
Oh, yeah, completely correct. But it's still like one of the best hopes they have, if I'm right.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was.
There's nothing to deter them.
I think it did really. I think that did exceptionally well based off of No Way Home. It got a huge bump because of No Way Home.
Yeah, dude, it was scratching at $1 billion, which is honestly kind of surprising in retrospect. But hey,
but when you think it did what worldwide, it did 400 and something in its first fucking week or weekend, and then it had a substantial kind of slowdown due to the actual people watching it. It's like Alien Romulus. I mean, the second week kind of like really dropped off big time, and you could argue because people actually saw it.
Ooh, how's the world feeling on Romulus? Is it safe to call it shit yet?
Yeah. There was a lot of talk about it in the first week for about a minute, and then it went away. And it's tracking better than Covenant without adjusting for inflation.
Covenant did shit though, didn't it? Like,
but it's not near Prometheus or anything if you adjust for inflation or anything like that. Yeah.
Wait, it's not even doing as well as Prometheus?
No.
Damn.
It's tracking with Covenant. It's doing better than Covenant, Alien Covenant.
Do you wonder if Alien's just not like that kind of franchise? As in, it kind of feels this way for a lot of those ones, right? Like Terminator, Predator. They need to be smaller budget for sure.
Smaller, well, and this one had one,
It did, yeah.
Romulus had one, but
I think the only thing you can really do with Alien now is Earth War. That's what people have been waiting for.
Wait, what did you say?
Just Earth War.
Oh,
that's they've been waiting for the aliens to be completely fucking up Earth. I mean,
I've got a film for you, it's called AVP Requiem. The aliens go to a suburb.
And they go to 7-Eleven.
They get big gulps. They go, big gulps, huh? To the Predator. And then
it is kind of funny, the visual of a dinosaur, a predator, a Terminator, a alien in like familiar suburban type areas is always going to be a payoff. But almost everyone, because I'm thinking about, they did it in the Lost World. I think they did it in Dominion, Jurassic Park franchises, so they haven't gone exactly well. I guess in a way, that is the appeal of Terminator in the first place, because it's from the future. That it comes, a big old scary sci-fi robot comes into regular life.
Terminator is an Arnold Schwarzenegger film.
Yes.
In his prime. That's what it is.
I was about to say it's barely even that now. Like he can't even.
No,
as we've seen.
That's all they ever
times,
were. That's why there's only two. Like it's an Arnold Schwarzenegger film in his prime. That's it. It's an 80s action film. Should have never been a franchise.
There's no confusion there. That's the deadest of the four I just mentioned.
Yeah.
Including Ghostbusters, it's the deadest. Terminator is the one they can't make work. They've tried so many times. Which, to be honest with you, is funny because that one's technically got one of the, like everyone's expecting you do the war, right? Which Salvation kind of did.
Yeah.
But even that didn't. I mean, what's the reputation of that these days? Not great.
Christian Bale's.
His rant, yeah.
His rant. That's the one thing I remember from.
Oh yeah,
movie.
shit, you're right. Romulus went down 74.4% on Fridays.
Woo.
It's a drop.
Quite a drop.
Wait, if it's not going to drop up, that might not be because I've heard broadly from everybody that Romulus has been doing excellently. Is that not even true?
It dropped off 61% this week, and it dropped back to number 2, and Deadpool Wolverine went back to number 1.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Wow.
Yep. So it's doing okay.
That was a biggie. Yeah.
Doing okay based on its budget.
80 to 225. Yeah, that'll be enough for them to want to make another.
Yep.
Probably. Yeah. I mean, it was for. I've seen people. I could even said you because I just saw one. The notion that like, well, with this, it's time to complete Ridley Scott's trilogy. You know, with Prometheus, Covenant, and then another one. But first of all, he wanted 4 for the Prometheus quadrilogy. And secondly, who the fuck wants him to carry those on? What are you talking about?
I
Man's
just,
in his 80s.
Just be careful. Because the budget for Romulus was 80 million. So Romulus has to hit 240 million to break even.
It will. Worldwide, it's already hit that.
Yeah. Worldwide, it's on 225. So it's gonna do that. But 72 million domestic, 152 million international. So its money's been made overseas. And this is a movie which looks like by the drop off on week 1, it's not a repeat movie. I unashamedly have now seen Deadpool Wolverine 4 times. That is a repeat movie where people will go back and see it again. This isn't. And I got a feeling that next week it's going to drop back another probably 60 odd percent, maybe
next week
between 50 and 60%.
Beetlejuice? Is that next week?
Beetlejuice. Yeah.
I don't know about that doing well.
Yeah, I don't know how it's going to do internationally. I think it'll do pretty well over here.
You think? I mean, because I'm actually like relatively okay with the trailers. I'm just thinking, is this at all going to be something people are interested in? I don't know.
We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out.
We'll find out. I'm going to go see it. I want to see it. I love Beetlejuice. Love that movie.
You're a juicer.
So do I. Yeah, he's a juicer.
All right. So Rolling Stone wrote an article, went over it on the Rumble, but we didn't go over it here on the YouTubes. Az has got it.
What? The article?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
The Acolyte article.
The Acolyte.
Please.
The Acolyte article. There it is.
And
Thank
as
you.
predicted, the cope is real for the show. It's so funny that like we're even still talking about it. It's like it is such an affront to the 5s and 10s of fans out there who this was made for. And this is pure Kathleen Kennedy Disney Star Wars. That's what the Acolyte is. And the fact that it's the one that got canceled is wonderful. It shows there is some sanity in this world, but it's still simply because people didn't watch. So you can do your campaigns. I don't care what the petition's at. What, 40, 50,000? Not enough, by the way. Just to compare that, remake Game of Thrones season 8 petition had 1.8 million signatures. Can the best of Star Wars survive the worst of its fans, guys?
It's fans' fault.
Obviously.
Obviously.
What happened to? Oh yeah, we know what happened to Rolling Stone. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like falsely accused people of rape and then got sued for it and lost. They're also owned by the same company that owns Deadline, Variety, Hollywood Reporter, IndieWire.
Yes.
Before Star Wars can have another successful show, some vocal parts of fandom have to reckon with what they really want out of the franchise.
Not this shit.
Yeah. Well,
That's fair.
The narrative is, MauLer, that this was trying something new. This was expanding the universe. They did something different.
Hence the best of Star Wars. I mean, you almost want to tempt them into being like, all right, so what's the worst? What would they consider the ones they can shit on? You know, Rolling Stone. What parts of Star Wars do you think? Probably the prequels, right?
Yeah.
Holiday special. Probably go for that.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't want to hit anything Disney, I don't think.
No, not at all.
But what did it try that was new? Legitimately, I'm not even being facetious. What did it try that was new?
Space lesbians.
Space lesbian witches.
That was
Power
new.
many. Yeah.
The big hole when they pray to the big hole.
Okay. Yeah, my bad.
Smoke Monster.
So
So
yeah, there you go.
the new thing.
To be fair, they
was-
lost it that first carry.
So the new thing is the thing which has been happening forever for the last 5-6 fucking years over and over again. That's the new thing.
I mean,
The
Black
fact that
female bland
thing is-
fucking lead with no charisma, personality, preaching, being hypocritical.
the end of the Acolyte season 1 was so desperately shouting at the people watching it, please, we've got stuff to tell you about season 2. Look at it. Look at all of it. And the audience is just like,
Nah.
I just saw your season 1. I don't really care. And so I think like a lot of people who liked it, all 7 of them, and then the people who write these articles are just like, yeah, cut short all those amazing stories that we won't get to see.
Oh well.
Darth Plagueis.
Oh my god.
little-
He dodged the bullet, didn't he?
We could actually now write off that little goober alien as some random in a cave.
Yeah,
It's just some weird alien in a cave.
that wasn't him.
Definitely not Darth Plagueis. No,
I
some
didn't even
guy.
think it was when I first saw the episode. I thought it was like a fucked up version of the Mum, and then then people were saying that was Darth Plagueis, and I was just like, no.
I think for us, Ryan immediately said, "Oh, fuck off! That is not Plagueis." And in my head, I was like, "I don't fucking know who that is anyway." What they're trying to say it is fucking Darth Caveman.
That's Palpatine's master.
Yeah, and then you obviously she would be like, "Let me tell that story." It's like, no, Leslie, sit down. Just stop
Sit down, feed another woman to Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
Oof.
It reminds me, Gary, of how this is such a meta thing. But when I watch Angel season 5 with people, they're usually just off Angel season 4, so their trust is quite shaken to the point of being like, you better earn back my interest in the show. And it kind of does, right? The first, you could even say half the season is their own story, and they've completely moved on, like new format, new dynamics, even like they have a whole new team making that production, as far as I'm aware. I remember James Masters talking about it. And by the time you get that far, they start bringing back in some older stuff. So like Cordelia, and then eventually Connor. It feels to me like the show says, here's all of our stories. If you like them, which I fucking loved them.
Yep.
Like, do you mind if we give a shot at fixing some of the shit from season 4 that went wrong? And it's like, all right, do your best. And they did a good job, right? This feels like the reverse of that, where Leslie's, like, check out my stories with the Space Witches. Now, is it okay if I do Darth Plagueis? It's like,
Yeah.
No.
No.
Tim, what the fuck do you mean? If you must, make more of your shit, but don't touch anyone else.
You've lost the right to tell a story ever again in this town.
Exactly.
I mean, like, if anybody gives this woman work, which they probably will because she's got dirt, I don't fucking know, and I don't care. But that was worst Star Wars storytelling I've ever seen. Worst storytelling in a show. Like, probably it's right down there with Watchmen season 1, the TV show. Like, it's just garbage, hateful garbage. Like the disdain for Star Wars fans oozed through that show.
Yeah.
The disdain for humans in America oozed through Watchmen, which is supposed to be a commentary, but it was just disdain. We fucking hate you. It was such a terrible show.
The disdain for white men has been quite prevalent in the Acolyte.
Do we need to do that? What I'm talking about is they talk about George Lucas, and talking about the Disney sale. Oh, so then we get to the fans. The Star Wars fandom, especially online, has become inundated with loud, conservative, and in some cases, incredibly racist voices.
Just say Ryan Kinnell.
Yeah. You could just say the man's name. Jesus. I want to remind you that this is Rolling Stone that falsely accused somebody of rape and lost the lawsuit.
Oh, sees.
While Disney has never said these voices are directly impacting the shows that get made, because they don't, the vocal minority of Star Wars devotees keep watching Acolyte. Oh, that's not what it says here. Sorry. My bad. Whoopsie. Keep limiting what they'll accept as true Star Wars.
Okay, well, can we just stop here for a second?
Sure.
If all of this is a vocal minority, so why do they care?
Exactly.
It's because it's not a vocal minority, it's a vocal majority now. And it's not just a vocal majority with the voices of people calling out just a load of shit, but it's the fact that nobody's watching this shit. The viewing figures are coming in, nobody's watching it. And we are in an era where one of the biggest companies on the planet in terms of entertainment, Disney, are being compared as the small guy to somebody sat in a fucking office in their house with a microphone and a C920 fucking Logitech webcam.
Okay, you're definitely talking about Ryan.
Talking about a TV show. It's insane. But somebody think of the corporation.
I know this poor corporation. It's giving you what you want, what you need.
That nobody's watching.
That nobody's watching.
Actually want it.
No, we actually have the data now that is provable beyond the shadow of a doubt that the Disney Star Wars fandom has become the vocal minority. I agree with Ryan's assessment that this did have a dedicated sect of fans. That's tiny as Queer Mirror's little yellow lightsaber.
Oh, that's the racism she was talking
about. So
that's
that's the loud vocal minority.
You know, he still had his little lightsaber when Soul chopped the big one, and he didn't pull it out.
He didn't put it out.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah,
they were sword fighting. Two Asian guys.
Two Asian guys, and they decided to go into
it's like two letter openers.
House of the Flying Dragon type of fucking shit.
Dagger fighting.
We get because we're obviously the commentators. This get called racist. They're the ones that did a two Asians are fighting. Let's do House of the Flying fucking Dragon.
Yes, they
you know,
the Asians are fighting. We need the karate and the kung fu. The Asians really like that.
Fucking hell! It's just like.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised when they faced off, it didn't go.
Oh my god.
And bow.
Oh.
My beginning of Chong fucking Chi when
my
they do
Jedi
that
fu is strong.
We must rip off Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
I know, God. Good Lord.
Like, wow, do you know how fucking racist that actually is? Don't say that, you racism.
It's inclusive to. Never mind.
So, show gets cancelled due to low viewing figures. Person with webcam and microphone to blame.
Yes. That's
okay.
That's where we're going so far. That's where we're going so far. Okay, so where was I? Devotees keep limiting what they'll accept Star Wars. These fans say they're fighting for Star Wars' future. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe there was a time about that, but there is none.
I was going to say, don't most of us here, I mean, if I'm not trying to speak for anyone here, but most of us are in agreement that Star Wars is done.
Yeah.
That's an interesting question. When would it have felt like it was beyond saving?
Oh, for me? Last Jedi.
Yeah. That was
some people would argue like as soon as the deal was signed, it was over. Like it certainly that wasn't it for me. It probably
No. When the deal was signed, I was like, let's go. This sounds great, Kathleen Kennedy. Awesome.
I think it might have been TLJ for me because it wasn't just that film was bad. It was realizing just how much damage TFA had done.
Yeah.
And then realizing like, oh shit, this is it.
No coming back from that. You don't come back from that.
The desecration of Luke Skywalker was the killer.
Yeah, you don't come back from that. It's a testament to the franchise that it's still around, but the numbers have been shrinking. There's normal diminishing returns anyway. They just accelerated it with all the crap, and most of it's been crap. Can it be saved someday in the future? Sure. Yeah, that's anything's possible, but not now. But if their endless fantasy world can't accept any stories that they don't recognize, what about all the stories that Disney stopped recognizing? You fucking corporate cock gobbler. Okay, fucking the EU. Those were stories that were mostly widely accepted by the Star Wars fan base. The Dark Horse comics, widely accepted. They did a lot of different things. And all Disney is doing, all the Acolyte was plucking the corpse of the EU that Disney murdered. So stop with this new shit. It might be new to you, Rolling Stone, because you didn't fucking watch anything, you haven't read anything, and this is some fucking fake geek idiot writing this. But I'm sorry, a cultural critic for the very responsible, reasonable, and I was going to say objectionable, Rolling Stone. They're not objective. That's what I'm saying.
But when they say, but if their endless fantasy world can't accept any stories that they don't recognize, aren't you yourself admitting there that you're going really beyond the pale of what Star Wars actually is? And by stories recognized, can we stop fucking beating around the bush here and just tell things how they actually are? These aren't different stories. You're coming in and you're desecrating Luke Skywalker. You're desecrating Han Solo. You're desecrating the Jedi. You're fucking glamorizing the fucking dark side because that's your new heroes. Because none of you can write about heroicism. None of you know what a hero is or self-sacrifice is or anything like that. The only thing that you know how to write about is the biggest of filth. You know, like for instance, if a character in a show fed women to a Jedi to be raped, so that Jedi could be promoted from a Padawan to a Jedi or something, things that Leslie Headland might actually know a thing or two about. They tend to judge everyone by their own scummy industry, their own scummy personalities, their own scummy morality, because none of them have any fucking morals. They're all a bunch of fucking thieves, pedos, extortionists, blackmailers, embezzlers. They're the scummiest of the scum. They live in a fucking bubble that's so removed from the rest of society in general that they think they're the whole fucking world and universe, and we're the ones that need preaching to. Look in a fucking mirror. Please, somebody line the San Andreas vault with a massive fucking row of C4 and blast that fucking thing into the sea where it can fucking just die of the fucking disease of its own creation. There's no new stories here. There's just a complete fucking swing in morality because you don't know what a hero is. That's what's coming out of it. People don't want to celebrate villains. They don't want to celebrate fucking evil. They don't want to celebrate your fucking dog shit shipping with two vacuous fucking characters that their only fucking personality trait is water glinting off their slightly muscular shoulders. It's fucking inane bullshit. None of you can write a fucking story. You don't know how to fucking put together a structure, an actual fucking compelling storyline, compelling characters, things to actually get invested in. Nothing here was investable whatsoever. These aren't new. This is just shit. You're in denial. You're a corporate fucking shill. You got your head up corporate ass because your company owns all the other fucking media outlets, and you're all gaslighting everybody into trying to blackmail them, emotionally blackmail them, or shame them into fucking liking the shite or giving the shite a chance. It doesn't deserve a chance. That's why everything is getting cancelled after a season. Because nothing here is worth investing in. Nothing here has got any legs, any structure, any whatsoever. And the only thing that keeps a show going that's so bad is money. The money that you want to throw in constantly, Star Trek, Rings of Power, to keep it going, to give some sort of semblance that, yes, it's successful. Look, we've got another season going, but it's not. It's wasted money. Keep wasting your money. We don't care. But there's nothing new here. There never has been anything new here. This is why it's being rejected. The one thing apart from the first maybe 2 seasons of The Mandalorian that certain Star Wars fans actually like was Andor. But guess what? Nobody watched that either. Why? Because fucking Star Wars is done.
Yeah.
Killed it.
We talked about if Andor had come out probably on the heel, like, what if they started D+ with Andor?
People would have been like completely different expectations. In a way, that might have been worse. Like you give us Andor, and then all of the shows they made.
Rogue, yeah, because that's after last. But like, say you do Mandalorian and Andor, season one. Rogue One is well.
Last Jedi, right?
It was before, yes.
Yeah, TFA, Rogue One.
We're talking about when
Andor.
Disney Plus came out, but like Andor would have done better if it came out earlier, for sure. Absolutely, for sure would have come out. It would if it would come out in the early days.
Is gonna like I mean, no matter how good it is, season 2 is gonna be crippled by Star Wars' reputation.
Absolutely. Andor's got its fans, man. It does, but I'm not gonna say the fandom is much. It's bigger than the Acolyte because it's getting a season 2, and their viewership did go up based on word of mouth. That thing that cuts both ways, by the way.
Maybe you could put it this way: Andor fans are not quite Star Wars fans at this point. Like,
no, I think it's people go. That's an interesting take. People who enjoy quality, I guess. I mean, like, I have to still see if it's quality. I haven't seen that yet.
To be specific, what I mean is the people who go Yas Queen for all these shows, they're not quite the same demo as the people who are saying Andor is amazing. Please go watch it. They're like a different group of people.
The people who like Andor are men, mostly, and it's the male audience of Star Wars that you pleased. You know that one that Kathleen Kennedy's been trying to systematically get rid of for 10 fucking years that she can't. That's actually been keeping her fucking shitty shows afloat. It's all dudes watching this shit, okay? I'm sure it's way over. It's 70-30, and I think I'm being a little too generous with that. As far
it's not
as
going to happen, right?
Dude to chick ratio.
If Andor season 2 were hyper successful, it's not going to happen. But if it were, it's not going to do shit for Star Wars.
No.
Well, no, because it's going to be the final season of Andor anyway.
Yep, that's done, and then we don't even know if Gilroy's working on anything else for Star Wars. So where do those people go? What do? They watch Rogue One again.
Well, the good news is apparently there's many unannounced Star Wars shows.
There always is. There's a lot of announced Star Wars shows that haven't happened, and there's many unannounced Star Wars shows that haven't happened and never will. Oh my God. Kathleen Kennedy, worst executive in the history of Hollywood. Let's finish. Okay, so here we go. These fans, they're fighting for the future of Star Wars, but if their endless fantasy world can't accept any stories that they don't recognize, some of the self-professed biggest fans in all the world could be closing themselves off to any future at all.
You know what
your terms are acceptable.
Yes, yeah. They're saying if you don't watch this dog shit, they might not make any more dog shit. And everyone here is just like, good.
Yes.
We're okay with that. We're very okay with that.
What is crystal clear?
Oh, shut your fucking mouth.
Is what before Star Wars can any other is that before Star Wars can have any other successful show, the loudest voices online need to realize. You need to realize. Mm-hmm. Who in the fuck wrote this?
Some retard.
Okay.
Some stupid retarded.
You need to listen to some retard from fucking Rolling Stone. Okay, C.T. Jones is telling you, Star Wars fans, you need to realize the Star Wars they want to return to never existed in the first place.
That doesn't make any sense.
That
doesn't actually make any sense.
Will the real Star Wars please stand up? It did in 1977, in 1980, in 1983. Okay, fine, prequels, 2000s, whatever. And yeah, and then it's gone. And then it's gone in October of 2012. It's gone.
Dead.
So that's your real fucking Star Wars. It's standing up. Han, Luke, and Leia, and the ghost of old Anakin. And no, you know, I don't know. The one thing I like about the special editions is the music at the end.
I get that. That makes sense.
It's the music at the end. That's the one thing I like. That's
the
your
extra
ending.
celebration scene.
Yes, that's your Lando. They're all standing up and smiling. That's the real Star Wars standing up. Much of the online discourse around Star Wars is centered on the franchise's most recent live-action projects. First premiering it, thank you for the history, The Mandalorian, which went to shit, The Book of Boba Fett, which was always shit, Ahsoka, which is shit, Obi-Wan Kenobi, which is shit, Andor, people like, The Acolyte, which is shit. That's a lot of shit. And then there's the Disney trilogy.
You know,
let's not forget that.
Any goodwill they had from Mandalorian season 1 is gone as well.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yeah,
Really?
long gone.
Like the timing of doing this movie is, and this is the only thing they've got, MauLer, is sad. It's just sad. Like that's their safest bet is repurposing Mandalorian season 4 into a movie, which The Mandalorian was a repurposed Boba Fett show that was a movie and turned it into a TV show.
I have a friend of mine who knows nothing about the information that comes out, right? And speculation and projects and stuff. He saw the 3 Mandalorian seasons, really liked season 1, thought season 2 was pretty good, was okay with season 3, not particularly like he's not like super passionate or anything. And I said to him, he's got a Mandalorian and Grogu movie coming. And he like paused for, just went, why?
Yeah.
I was like, well, no, you're supposed to be the people they're making it for. And he was like, but why? Like, what's the point? It's just like, that's a great place for your fans to be in. We've got a new movie coming. You just say like, but why? There's no reason. Don't do it.
There's nothing to excite a fandom by going, we have a lot of unannounced projects coming.
Oh, yeah.
Oof.
Well done, Kathy.
The market has been oversaturated with stories. No, with shit. Especially many that occur within the same time frames. Okay, I'm not going to argue with you there. With fans, frankly, getting tired and in some cases outright bored. Yes, of all the fucking bad stories. Yes.
I thought you were trying to fight against this argument. You're actually just confirming it.
However, the low audience scores, angry YouTube rants,
Yeah,
and long Reddit threads, can really boil down to one question. Who determines what's real Star Wars? George Lucas.
Well, I mean, no, let's just be honest here.
And the market.
Whoever
the market will determine it.
I was going to say, culturally speaking, it's just like the people who are most passionate about this IP and who keep it alive in future as it goes on.
Yes.
Yeah. It's
None of
always
it's
going to be your audience. Yeah.
Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka, Kenobi, like they're all getting fucking wiped from history. People don't even, the only time they're referenced are as embarrassments.
So
I'm going to keep them alive.
We have precious few examples of franchises that have lasted decades, right? Maybe a handful, okay? And the reason, we'll just go with Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who. The reason that they survived for so long is the market, their fan base, decided what was real Doctor Who, what was real Star Trek, and what was real Star Wars, and carried it through the dark times when Doctor Who was canceled, when Star Trek was canceled twice. They had two, like the reason it had a resurgence, the ratings were good, but it had a massive resurgence and led to multiple shows because a fandom carried it through almost a decade. The same goes for Doctor Who. Carried it through for almost a decade. Those hardcore fans who read all the novelizations, all the comic books, and were acted as custodians and brought people in and guides to fandom when the new stuff came in. That was your hardcore fan base that all three of the companies, BBC and then Disney and then Paramount, decided to piss off immediately. Disney, getting rid of the EU, the fact that nobody said, you know what, these are the guys that kind of carried this thing. After the prequels, which were maligned, split the audience, maligned, but it did definitely capture a generation of kids that went and played the games, read the comic books, and carried it through to the Disney sale. and then just disrespect them immediately, that's when really you died. Because now you don't have a fan base to carry you through any other dark times. That's how it lasts for decades. And I said this in my Rise of Skywalker review, I think. What Disney managed to do was put an expiration date on something that could have lasted forever. And Paramount did it too, and Doctor Who did it too. It's a sad thing. So
we're talking like Star Trek, Star Wars, Doctor Who. We're talking about generational franchises.
Yeah. Where fathers and sons and daughters and moms were all getting their kids in it. Like, sit down and watch Star Trek. Yep. Multiple generations. Now they've lost multiple generations. At least Star Trek has.
Because when you go from a timeless classic to current day bullshit, it has no lastability. Particularly when the current day bullshit is so slanted in one direction. A timeless classic is open. It leaves you, it's open for thought. It's open for interpretation. It doesn't judge in one direction or another for the most part. Sometimes it will have a very specific morality that it wants to push. But for the most part, it treats all sides of its audience as valid as the other. Nowadays, it does not.
No.
And that's in all walks of life. That's not just in entertainment. That's in all walks of life now.
They're at outright war with a large percentage of their fandom.
Yes,
it's not even like hidden anymore. It's not even under the guise of access media. It's press releases, it's actors, it's producers going out there and straight up saying, fucking Kathleen Kennedy came out and said, well, you know, it's been really hard for girls to get into space because of all the men. It's like, shut the fuck up, bitch. Like, look at you. You're the boss. You're the fucking boss.
That's just it. She's proving who runs the actual show. Audiences.
Yep.
She's proving that by her own admission. And it's not because they're women, it's because their stories are terrible. There were some great women that wrote for Star Trek for generations.
Yes.
For decades.
They're untalented women.
Yes.
That's the thing. How could you say that about Kathleen Kennedy? Pretty easily. She's run Star Wars, the greatest cinematic franchise on the planet that will ever live, into the ground. She sucks at her job. The freedom has allowed for endless story arcs across decades, but while opportunities have been endless, the patience of fans has, I would say, the patience of Star Wars fans has gone on too long. I would say it's gone on too long. And the Acolyte, it seemed like, was a bridge too far. So if you want to pull this article down, X-Ray Girl, and then Rolling Stone has come out again with another banger. By the way, this is just a tweet you can share. So the same Rolling Stone says this.
Shut up. Oh, it's so... Oh, God in heaven.
Outlaws is one of the best Star Wars games ever made. With scoundrels' sense of wonder and wit, it nails the vibe. Fucking the vibe. Is the vibrat, guys, of a galaxy far, far away. Is your vibe and your Riz brat?
Can you just scroll down slightly on this tweet? Can you just scroll down slightly? 867 likes. Rolling Stone has 6.1 million followers on social media.
Is that Lily?
Look at its other post. There's barely any engagement with these what are meant to be media giants now. Barely none.
Okay, so scroll down and see how much people are agreeing with this article. It's like, no, fuck you.
Oopsies.
Yeah, is that really the girl that is that the motion capture actress?
Model. Yeah, that's the face model.
That is a crime against imagination, against humanity. That is a crime against humanity.
What's with the teeth?
That's a slap on her face.
Yeah, I know. She is hot. And the one on the right is a mutant.
No, that's X-Men. That's not Star Wars.
No, I meant a real mutant. Like she was born near Chernobyl. She's got like 3 vaginas and 2 buttholes.
Okay, let me share this with you. Okay, and let's just do a quick compare and contrast.
Oh, sure.
This is
It's like
Rolling
moving
Stone.
swiftly on from that.
No, Rolling Stone again. Star Wars Outlaws aims to bring the wonder back to a galaxy far, far away, albeit through the lens of its shadier underworld. Our review 12 hours ago, 28 likes.
Well,
Ouch.
6.1 million followers, 28 likes, 12 hours ago. They have no power anymore. None of them.
Star Wars Theory was playing the game last night. Was it exciting, guys? Was it meaningful? Was it everything you hoped for?
I watched him play it for about an hour. He looked pretty bored.
Look at like some of the screen captures.
Wow.
Oh my god.
So when they scanned her in, did they hit her with a shovel afterwards?
I think she's on meth. How far in the game do we have to get her to a meth addict, you know?
Perhaps it was the meth shovel.
Dude, she is smoking meth for sure.
That is some fucking Reno teeth right there.
Oh my god.
That's a really accurate. You know, for a Brit, that's a pretty accurate statement there, bro.
Thank you.
I gotta give it to you.
I was pretty impressed with it myself.
I was really impressed with that. Yeah.
Listen, this game is intense. You go through a lot. This is the end of her arc on the evil path. She's talking to Palpatine in this scene about becoming a new apprentice. It makes sense.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. They've even fucked up her eyebrows, for God's sake.
We have a very good dental plan here. Do it.
Ooh. Races are fixed all the time.
Yes.
Not teeth, though.
Well, they are by Disney.
Hey.
They are by Disney. Oh God. That was that's Rolling Stone. And like it's the same argument all the time. When you devolve into blaming the people you need to pay you, because there's still that separation that a lot of quote unquote creatives feel like I was just hired to do a job. I don't have to answer. We heard this a lot in comics. We don't answer to the customers. We answer to the publisher or whatever, distributor, whatever, whoever they
stores.
They didn't even know. They didn't even think they answered to the stores. And most of them didn't think they answered to the stores, which they most definitely did at the time. And listen, the stores abused their power too. Well, publishers decided to listen to the wrong store owners for the most part because they told them what they wanted to hear, but that's a story for another day. But now we are in the 21st century and you want to enjoy your social media prominence. That is and this is how they see it. Their legitimacy comes from whatever company they're attached to, but they don't want to hear any criticism. And we don't live in that world anymore. We don't live in that world anymore. We don't live in the world of all press is good press. It's not. And the Acolyte absolutely, unquestionably proves that. So that's why it's such a W. Even MauLer called it a W. Okay. MauLer doesn't like throw out W's all the time. All right.
Yeah, I don't like letters.
I don't either. I'm trying to see what else we want. What was that? There's a game you're talking about. Like, so there's Dustborn, which
Dustborn,
and there's what's the other one?
Star Wars Outlaws. This one,
yeah.
And no, there's another one. Starts with a C.
It's like Collide. No.
I want to say Condor, but it's not Condor.
Concord.
Concord. Polygon.
Condor.
I don't know.
Condor aspirate. Calls for aid.
I don't fucking know.
And we shall answer.
What's the story with that? Like I've seen people talking about it, but I don't understand. So because I don't care mostly, but
I may only know the embarrassing player count.
The embarrassing player count. That's it.
Oh, the Concord PC players for Concord are having trouble finding a team because there are too few people playing the game, and it currently has a lower player count than Ring of Power Golem.
I do have an article for that if you really want to read it, but
I guess the Golem devs can take pride now, huh?
They can. Uncancel the game. Bring it back.
Bring it back.
I need to finish it.
failed to break 700 concurrent players on Steam.
Yeah, it's like 683, I think, or something.
Do you know how much
Or
money,
something.
how much money was put into the game? Do we know?
Hopefully as much as possible.
It's only $40 to buy if you really want.
Now I'm good.
Look,
This is the game that doesn't have a single white male character.
What the
I don't
fuck?
know if
Finally.
it's even actually a white character.
I know. Fuck those whiteys. Those
Yeah,
crackers.
Fuck those crackers.
Peckerwoods.
oh my god, it took 8 years to make.
No, press the
No,
exit up.
it did not. It did not. You're lying.
At least according to Forbes, it took 8 years to make.
Holy shit.
Poor hero design aesthetics. Oh my
Oh,
god.
look at- yeah.
Wait, what?
Oh my.
What?
The anti-woke
Isn't it-
crusade. Some are citing the
Finally, I
game.
can see myself in the character.
Some are citing the game with its character design and pronouns in their bios as being the woke reason the game failed. Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Uh,
No marketing, mocap cinematics, gameplay doesn't stand out. I mean, yeah, I see why it failed. No.
Mhm.
So Az, when are we playing it?
This
it multi-
Sunday for Sunday Fun Day. We will be trying to get a team on Concord.
Hey, I just want to show you what Agatha Harkness really looks like in the comic books. You want to
Oh yeah.
focus?
yeah.
Bit of a hottie.
Yeah, that's her right there. That's Agatha Harkness.
Wood.
You would. Yes, you would.
Does she have boobs? Yes, would.
Well, not bad for a 70-year-old bird.
Hey, it's an anniversary today, MauLer. You brought this up earlier.
Yeah. I mean, it's fleeting and shouldn't really be thought of, but I saw a post about it. It was like it's the 7-year anniversary, or 8, I think it was 7, of when Arya and Sansa Stark outsmarted and killed Littlefinger. I remember watching that. I remember I had already felt I was pretty much out, because that's like season, is it 6 or 7?
I believe that was season 6. 7. Season 7.
I mean, because yeah, I remember there were just like highlights that I was like, oh, you know what? I will see the story through to the end, but I'm not the fan I was, you know? And that scene, oh, they nerfed the hell out. They made him a fucking caveman level like idiot in order to get him killed by those two.
Yeah, Littlefinger, who pretty much single-handedly caused most of the shit that was going on in Westeros. So you had Varys pulling the strings with Illyrio, who they forgot about in the show completely, in Essos, right? And then you had basically Littlefinger causing all this shit in Westeros. And then, a guy who was risen up from pretty much nothing, had a huge chip on his shoulder, learned to play the Game of Thrones by being just fucking smart. Now, the big difference between like Littlefinger in the book and the one in the show is people liked Littlefinger in the book. He was considered charming, and nobody really liked Littlefinger.
Yeah, he didn't really trick anybody in the show. Everyone knew he was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like, except maybe Ned. But even Ned didn't like him.
Yeah, even Ned didn't like him, yeah.
So, so Arya, remember, they chose Arya to kill the Night King because it was just too obvious for Jon Snow to do it. And it was a last-minute decision.
Yeah,
and Arya takes out Littlefinger.
Oh, it really is.
Takes
both
out
of
the
them because
phrase and
Arya's
takes
a
out the
little
Night King.
executioner. but like it truly is. Do you remember the scene where they were revealing to him how they've tricked him and like 4D chessed him? It's the most embarrassing shit. Like, you
Well,
think you
they
can have
they
those
knew the
people that-
cameras were rolling.
Well, the thing was that at the time, people who like this were like, you see, Sansa learned from him by watching him. And it's like, bro, this is Littlefinger. What are you talking about? Like, these two would never be able to do this to him.
No. It would have been more believable if he had turned one against the other. That would have been a more which they were kind of moving towards.
Yeah, they tried to
yeah.
They wanted us to think he was being successful. But his plans weren't even that particularly clever with stuff like that.
No,
Very
once
clunky.
Littlefinger and Varys got lost once they went past the source material. Like Dan and Dave just weren't smart enough.
Dude. This was bad. Varys getting killed in season 8 was rough. That was hard to fucking watch.
Did you see his
Varys is
table
so
reading
fucking
of that?
clever.
In his table reading, he
Thomas
just
Hill, right?
he finishes his last line, just throws his script in the middle of the fucking table. He was
Pathetic.
done.
Why would you ever want your character to end that way? That's so sad.
Well, there's
memories, eh?
Great memories. And then, the House of the Dragon ending, there was a lot of talk that George, he was just at a con and people were trying to say that he didn't like season 2. He did. He's going to write about it soon. He said he's going to write. He's not writing Wins a Winner. And we got, if you want to pull up that Polygon article that I was just pointing to there in Discord. You just had the mouse on it. There we go. Free George R. R. Martin from the Wins a Winner. He can free.
Oh God.
If he doesn't want to write it, I'm not going to make him. It's fine. I'm fine. Honestly, if he didn't want to write it, if he came out and said so, I'd be fine too. If he came out and said so, but he's been stringing along fans, and I think a lot of it is him just stringing along himself. Let's see what the actual count is. I might as well do a count here. Here we go. 4,795 days since the release of A Dance with Dragons. Over 13 years.
Any day now, Gary.
Any day. No, it's not coming anytime soon. When George is writing, he talks about it, and he hasn't said shit in a couple of years.
Winds of Winter first, or Kathleen Kennedy leaving Lucasfilm first?
I think Kathleen Kennedy will leave Lucasfilm before Winds of Winter.
That's actually kind of an interesting bet. Because Winds of Winter, people believe there is a slim chance of that happening. Dream of Spring is the one that everyone's like, no, that'll never happen.
Well, he's got three-fourths of it written, but he keeps like rewriting it. He just doesn't want to. Like, if he wanted to finish it, he would. He doesn't have the desire. It's more of an obligation for him now. And at this point, I don't think anybody, I don't think a single person would mind if it was just Winds a Winner, edited by George R. R. Martin and written by Brandon Sanderson, or find somebody else, find somebody else to do it. And you just oversee the project. But he can't even do that. I would say at this point, fucking split Winds a Winner into 2 parts at least. You've gotten 3/4 of it written. Release the first part. Screw it. Call it something else. I think the title out there, Time of Wolves or whatever. Just fucking do that. At this point in my career, I've written many thousands of words and edited quite a few different writers. I know a lot about procrastination. That is why, without speaking to the man or knowing him personally at all, I am nonetheless prepared to make the case that George R. R. Martin simply does not want to finish writing The Winds of Winter. I said that 4 years ago. He's just not into it. If he continues to force himself to do it, the end result will probably be a pretty terrible book. And I think he knows that. And that's why he can't finish it, because he doesn't want to publish a bad book. The alternative, we don't get the book at all. And for me, that's actually preferable. I'm glad it's preferable because that's what's going to happen. It would shock me if this book comes out.
It's never coming out.
I'd be surprised. I think we'll get it in some form someday, but yeah, it would actually surprise me at this point if it comes out. I could be misreading the signs, of course, like so many other unhinged fans of A Song of Ice and Fire. You know what?
There we go again. Jeez.
You have every right as a fan to complain if you, like me, enjoyed the books, supported this author, paid money for these books that were called a 7-book series by the author, which is a promise to the customer, and he didn't fulfill the promise. Now, if the author came out a few years ago and goes, I can't do this, you know, and then there's obviously a reasonable solution. You get somebody else to write it, but at least if he came out and said, I can't do this anymore, I'd respect that. I would. Wouldn't like it, but I'd respect it. It's his baby. But it's, oh, we're almost done. This is taking a long time. Oh, I'm doing 5 shows over here. Oh, I'm editing wild cards, which nobody gives a fucking shit about. You know, and it sucks. The man got major success later in his life. He wants to enjoy it. Then just come out and tell people, I can't finish it. I'll get somebody else.
Enjoy your Duncan Egg show.
Based on an unfinished book series?
Yes.
But they're good. That's all. And people bringing it up after being into this and supporting him and it getting George making a lot of money because of the TV show. And then he just goes, fuck it, with no obligation felt to the people who supported him. Yeah, I think a fan has every right to call that out. I'm basing this purely on the vibes, and Martin does love to troll all of us by posting oblique productivity notes and tagging them with the words writing, suggesting that he is quite merrily chugging away on the Winds of Winter. Listen, he had every opportunity to finish it during COVID. He couldn't, there was nothing else going on. He was locked in his house, and he did get a lot done, but he didn't finish it. I also realized that by writing this post, I may be invoking the wrath of fate itself in such a way that Martin will post on his blog tomorrow that the Winds of Winter is officially done, and now it's in his editor's hands. That won't happen. That would be great, actually, but I don't think that's going to happen. I realize that this is a conversational opinion amongst fellow Song of Ice and Fire fans. I've read the original books all in a whack long. All in a whack into the books. Okay. Before the TV show was even announced. And I waited along before. You're an editor, by the way. Maybe I understood that wrong, though. I waited along with everyone else for A Dance with Dragons, which was a day one purchase for me. I'm one of those people who will always strongly prefer the books to the HBO series. Same here, which was one of the reasons why I actually fell off watching. Instead, content waiting for the book series to conclude the story instead, given all of that. You'd think I'd be done. I'd be one of the fans begging George R.R. Martin to finish Winds of Winter, lest I never get closure on the running story. Instead, I feel complete opposite. Part of my change in opinion is, it's acceptance. I think it's just acceptance. There's a point where, like, you speak your opinion, and it's like, all right. Unusual circumstances in which George R. R. Martin finds himself. There are a few other examples of hit book series getting adapted into a show before it is concluded, but I can think of at least one other Full Metal Alchemist for which the original manga had not concluded, even as the anime adaptation sped past it, which I don't know anything about. The manga's author, Suzuki Toyota, was totally busily writing the rest of her manga. One ended up with much stronger conclusion. A whole different anime called The Full Metal Alchemist, The Brotherhood, got released the same year. A redo of the whole adaptation concept, which, man, Game of Thrones, they're leading towards that. I won't read the rest. It's about acceptance. It's about acceptance. And
this is footage from George R.R. Martin's house.
Looking at it. Oh, that's not a good sign. No, that does not look productive.
Oh, boy.
Does not look productive. Maybe I don't know. Oh, for God's sake. That's not helping in any way. Get the book written. There will be no toy cars. He's thinking, Andy. He's thinking.
He might have an idea.
I think he's thinking it. Yes, I think he's got an idea. George R.R. Martin has an idea. Oh, God. All right. Okay, hold on. Let's see. He's going to get to work soon. I know he is. I really know he's going to get to work very soon. Where is he? I don't know where he is. No! Yeah.
It's freaking brilliant.
Never. Do you know how long ago? Do you know how old that? I remember that video coming out. Do you know how many years ago that video came out?
We're pushing 10, right?
9 years
Yeah.
ago.
9 years.
Fuck.
Holy
9
shit.
years ago. That is insane. July 2015.
Did you see that Christopher Reeve trailer? We're not gonna watch it again, but for Superman, that doc looks pretty good, dude. Have you seen it, as?
I haven't. No. People say it's a bit quite heartbreaking.
Yeah. Oh, you haven't seen it?
No, sir. I've been on holiday. I've been jollies. I've been.
What the fuck
Apart
is
from doing
Jollies?
shows like this, I'm off holidays.
Okay.
I'm off the PC, man. I'm literally just turned it on to do this show.
All right. Did you see it, MauLer?
No, but obviously, I'll be interested in watching the actual thing anyway.
It's quite good. It's quite good. But we're gonna get to soups right now. We got quite a bit.
Sir.
Hello. Thank you
Well,
again.
one last cool thing.
What's that?
I don't know if you guys saw it already, but I saw it getting shit, and I was like, "Oh, that's neat." Especially from Dina Maya's Twitter as well.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh
Fuck
yeah.
yeah.
That's awesome. Hell yeah.
Starship Troopers is so good.
Yeah. Oh, that's sex. Oh,
Dude, okay, so yesterday was supposed to be
Another angle here is on.
there's a good, they all look great, by the way. They all look great.
do you think Casper Van Diem would do a great Albert Wesker in a Resident Evil film? Good cat.
He's not black.
I got news for you.
Dude, Michael Ironside, he better not die at any point. It's gonna make me
Dude,
real mad.
legend.
He's gonna stay alive
Absolute
forever.
legend. They look great. So I had yesterday carved out to rewatch Rings of Power, and this is the second attempt to rewatch it, and my hand accidentally
Oh no.
hit back on the button, and I'm like, do I want to watch Babylon 5 or Farscape? And then I accidentally hit Farscape and just started watching Farscape for 4 hours.
Accidentally.
It was it was a series of unfortunate events that led to me not rewatching it again. I know enough about the show.
You know, you would have gotten sick if you watched the show, so good on you to
I was watching you.
accidentally-
I was like, nah, I don't want to do that.
I watched X-Ray Girl trying to play Dustborn
Oh, with the wig on?
with the wig on
That
and the
can-
nose ring.
My favorite part was the nose ring, and then I started playing the game, and it went downhill.
I love the way that you just gave up and got a refund.
I'm sorry, I don't have the will to live through cringe like you do. I don't have as logic. I have better things to
I've
do
done
with
it
my
before.
time.
I did it with Callisto Protocol. I couldn't. I was streaming it. I couldn't take any more of that shit. I fucking stopped and I went and got a refund off Steam and went and played something else instead.
Yeah. I think if I was healthier, I might have been able to, but I felt like
Oh, you have
once I
Concred,
saw-
yeah.
Yeah. Once I saw like a legitimate virus appear and go into her, I'm like, she's been
The
infected
the
with the
woke mind virus.
Yes.
The woke mind virus is
Oh
yeah.
God. It's horrifying. But yeah, you should
Bumped
play the
into,
game.
like, a-
Yeah, I like the
Well,
way
wait,
that.
yeah. Was it you watched it that made you think it's a game for you? As like you were like, oh yeah.
Oh,
that'd be
I
written all
hadn't
over
even
it.
I hadn't even heard of this, and then my chat was just like, "Oh, you gotta play this. This is woke shit," and I forgot. And then we had the TV on last night, and we saw the X-Ray Girls playing Dustborn. And I was like, "Oh, that's that game, the woke one that chat were talking about." So I put it on, and I've got to say, judging by what I've seen so far, I'm not going to be disappointed at the cringe.
Yeah.
So
just
I saw-
remember.
in a conversation, there's an option to choose triggered, like getting triggered. You click it, and then your character shouts out you're racist. And
they trigger them.
I legit, I was like, so this is a really great parody game, and then it's like,
no, they're serious though. The one girl has a power called gaslighting.
Yeah, and she moans about the lack of the buildup of misinformation, and her power is gaslighting.
Oh, and
so
the cops are all
just
white.
Play the evil. The campaign is just playing an evil person.
Yes. You steal things. And
from the Puritans.
Oh, great.
Yeah, from the Puritans. Oh, and you're an illegal alien, and you cry about how you can't get a good job because you stole your way into a country.
The citizens keep taking them all.
Oh God, I see Savvy's playing it right now, and she has unlocked something called a power called bullying.
Wow.
I gotta get onto this game quick.
Is shame? Can you unlock that as a power? Shame and bullying.
Also, cancel culture too.
We all know there's no shame
cancel
with
culture
this
is the
shit.
big power, right?
Yeah.
So I saw the screenshot of the description of cancel culture where it was like you can isolate people from their support by, socially ostracizing them or something. Like describing it like it's a good thing. No, yeah, that's the screenshot that I saw. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to let me know if it's memeable.
The whole game is a meme, and there's like a dude who literally is the beta of betas in the game.
Yeah, they just tell him to shut up all the time. You're like, what? They go, fuck off.
He doesn't even have the power.
His power is paying for everything.
I mean, facts.
Holy Moses.
Wow.
I bumped into a video in a McDonald's where two girls go into a huge fucking fight. It's hilarious. And one of them works at McDonald's and is quite big. And someone said she ordered the McZilla.
I was going to say, is it a trailer for the all-female fight club?
It might be. It's censored, so you can play it. Play it on mute, though. Probably worthwhile. But if you want to, it's just funny as fuck.
Oh, it's Steve Inman. We should kind of play his commentary.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know if it was copyright or not.
Oh,
holy shit! That escalated quickly.
I don't think he'll mind. We love Steve.
So commentary, yes.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Oh, careful, I'm full. I'm not sure how loud it is.
Okay, I'll put it to a quarter.
Beers McNuggets sandwiches are about to be delivered once again.
Oh, wow.
They're recording the McZilla.
Titty's out. Oh no, shit's going. Oh, whoa. Whoa.
The onslaught.
Oh my god.
Did you hear the Godzilla sound effects in the background?
Yeah.
It appears Trashy Karen. He's like, you want some? I'm gonna tame your ass like a freaking lion. And she grabs a chair from her like nothing. Trashy Karen calms down and ends up going back to the corner where she belongs.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Remind me never to ask for barbecue sauce at McDonald's ever again. Holy.
Oh my. Steve Inman's awesome. Let's get the soups. Thanks for sharing that, MauLer.
Bonking sound effect. Bonk.
Bonk, bonk. The Godzilla sound effects in the background. McZilla.
McZilla.
Cole Hauser for 20 Canadian pesos. What's up, Cole Hauser? Afternoon, Gary Az, MauLer, and X-Ray Girl. Hope you rigas are doing well. MauLer, congrats on EFAP 300. MauLer, your thoughts on a TOS episode, The Ultimate Computer. Love you all in a non-gay way. 199 Yojo. Praise Allah. Praise Allah.
Let me just check which one the Ultimate Computer is. Season 2, 24. Because I still haven't seen the finale. I was trying to watch it today, but the person I watched it with was unavailable. Oh, this is where it kind of reminded me of the. So this is the episode where they bring on the automated control of the Enterprise. Fuck, I forget the name of the machine, but it's deciding to do shit for them a lot, and then it starts to get out of control, and Kirk has to find a way with the Enterprise to stop it. The guy who brought it on, like his hope is that it was going to take over, I think, in future to make better decisions faster. But it's again human, you know. It's a very expected sci-fi story of how we need humanity in charge of making decisions.
AI,
Yes, sir.
Very AI. Samurai Samuel Arbiton for $99.99 or Samurai. The fall of Numenor in the book was metal as hell. Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. The fall of Numenor should have been an entire show. They sacrificed people, babies, to Morgoth for power to war with the Valar, because Iluvatar didn't want the eternal life like the didn't want them to have eternal life like the elves as a reward for their early help. Also, Galadriel, where did you get your ships? Okay, so for one, men have the gift of death in Tolkien, so it's different. There is a faction that basically Sauron used them, but there was a faction who were resentful of the elves for their eternal life, and then there's the King's Men, and then there's basically the other side, and that's what. But that whole thing was, for one, sacrifice. Sauron surrenders to Ar-Pharazôn, and then at first it looks like, oh man, the Numenorians are badass, but no, he wanted to do that the whole time, and he couldn't be happier because he's in prison. But then shortly after becomes the number one advisor to Ar-Pharazôn, and then has him build a temple to Morgoth so they can sacrifice humans. Based, right? Totally. But like to a Morgoth that even Sauron knows ain't coming back. So he's just that sadistic. But then he talks Ar-Pharazôn to go attack the Valar, which is the one you're not supposed to go west. You're banned from going to the west. That's the only thing. You can do all the shit you want, but you can't go to the west. And it leads to the fall of Numenor and the breaking of the world. And the world was flat before the fall of Numenor. And now then it turned into a planet after that, and rearranged the map. But it was There's lots of shit in the Silmarillion that's fucking metal completely. There's fall of Gondolin, fucking dragons and shit. Yeah, there's like lots of cool stuff. The Book of Grudges for $49.99. In all the deeds of Melkor, the Morgoth upon Arda, in his vast works and in the deceits of his cunning, Sauron had a part, and was only less evil than his master. And for long he served another and not himself. The Silmarillion of the fall of that was on page. I was just reading that last night. It's on 147. Just trying to remember. But yeah, I was reading that last night. Excited to. I wanted to see what they had said about it. I have my Silmarillions right over there. So that's all I was doing. Yes, very relatable. Very relatable. Morally gray. That's a lot of this was a talk about, the morally gray Sauron. They were asking the actors, like, are their characters morally gray? And there's morally gray characters in the books. Absolutely. I would say Isildur really isn't one of them, but that's me. Mandrew Khan, the Lost Troll for $20. Let me guess, our expectations are going to be subverted when we find out that Celebrian is really the daughter of Sauron and the real grandfather of Arwen. Yep. I mean, that's where they're headed. P.S. Watch 87 movie Real Men. Nick Paradello is a hero we need. I remember you mentioned that yesterday. Hang on, I was looking for something. Give me a moment. Now I can't find it. All right. Gremlin Anku for $20. Gary needs to play Chained Together with you guys as an X-Ray Girl. That would be a frustrating game. That would be a frustrating game.
I agree. I think we should do it.
I'd be willing to try.
I think a real BBC Chained Together.
I'm okay with this. One attempt. Gary can move and hit A, right?
No.
Oh.
He can't. But it'll be interesting to see how we could coordinate Gary.
Warmer, colder.
Oh, Jesus.
And go.
What do you think, chat? Real BBC Chained Together. Real BBC special Chained Together.
I'm down.
Maybe like during the holidays, do a holiday special.
I suppose not during Rings of Power times, because we'll have plenty to talk about probably.
Oh, yeah. Christmas edition. Oh,
I am
God.
on board.
Let's see what day does Christmas fall on? A
25th
Wednesday.
of December.
So what day was Christmas? Damn.
No, like day of the week.
Spoken like a true Asian right there.
Like we do Christmas
What
Eve
day Christmas
or,
on?
or a New Year's Eve special. Either or could work.
Should have it chained together too by then, probably.
Chained Together.
I mean, the game was probably very profitable for them, right? It's got to have been. They're probably making a second one as we speak. They probably like, yes, go.
Further Chained Together.
I'm down. I don't know what we'll figure it out. The God of Gravy for $49.99 proper British money. Hail. As MauLer Gary missed out on Saturday's tipples. He missed them more than Boogie missed the mark when he made his life choices. You need them like Boogie needs Nutella. And all I'm trying to say is that Pearl Harbor sucked and I miss you.
Oh.
Pearl Harbor sucked and I miss you.
I missed you. It's great song, great film, great points being made in that song.
Yep. Team America's on 4K now, by the way. Noons.
Instant buy.
Well, yeah, I already got it. Noons for $184.99 United Arab Emirate pesos. I am not ashamed to admit that tuning into you guys is the only joy of my life. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Well, and the family. You guys, chat, the family, and my doggo. Thank you, gentlemen. Hail the fellowship, and hail to you. Hail Doggo. Yesterday was International Doggo Day. And my dog, who is sleeping exactly where she was yesterday where I put up the picture. She's crashed out. You know what the trick was, MauLer? To having my dogs not freak out? Just have the door open. They're all like, I got the two little ones in here. The big ones out there, and they're all sleeping, and they're fine. So I just had to keep the door open. Okay.
They just want you to see that you're home.
Yeah.
I just went to check Team America 4K. Do you know what it says? They're frequently bought together. So where it says, like, it tries to get you to buy more shit. And it's what? People buy this too. Do you know what the two suggestions are?
What's that? South Park the movie?
No, that would have made sense. You got Ghostbusters Frozen Empire in 4K. And then Godzilla vs. Kong, the New Empire.
What? No.
Two got to do with Team America. What the fuck?
No, you get Team America, and then you get, like, obviously either, the 4K version of South Park the movie, and then, like, basketball, yeah. Yeah, or something in that realm, like Office Space or something. That would be your suggestion. Jesus Christ. What are you searching? That's what I want.
Well, I mean, Godzilla Kong apparently.
Yeah, obviously.
To be fair, we did just watch the Maxilla, so
The Maxilla. I'm so hungry right now. I'm not hungry enough to eat fucking McDonald's, though. Don't worry. Judo Cricket for $20. Go watch The Turning Point at... how do I...
I thought that was a real word. I'm sorry. Twycross trailer?
Okay, trailer. From the Black Pants Legion. Some people still know how to create a trailer. All right. Enoch Mamon on Streamlabs, 3 parts for $26. Hi, Real BBC. First of all, thanks for watching Rings of Power so I don't have to. I have predicted there'll be moments when I will be laughing so hard I come close to pissing my pants. I'm thinking of the glory hole pauses during FNT last year. Dude, that was fucking funny. It hurt. I was laughing so much. Like we had to stop it at some point, and it was purely by accident. Garrett was sick and he was in the background, and we started talking about like how Elrond and Doogie Elrond and Durin the Third were obviously in like flirting with each other, and then we just found this walk of shame, and you had to be there, gazing down each other's buttholes, and all the facial expressions. It's so fucking funny.
Give me the meat, then give
it to me raw. It's going to be exceptional and jaw-dropping. I had a thought with Gary gaining new subscribers daily. They probably don't know the most important lore about you. For example, you see all the 1/6 scale figures behind you, but we don't know your favorite. No. Why would I? It's like picking a favorite kid. And for one, why would I say it in front of them? Okay. I don't want to hurt their feelings.
his favorite is Marvel's Katie. You can see her back there.
Yay!
What is my favorite?
Marvel's Katie.
What's your favorite 1/6 scale as?
Oh, dude, that's an impossible question. So many. I do have a favorite Batman. The sideshow comic Batman 1/6 is just beautiful. It's simplistic, just classic simplicity. Absolutely gorgeous. You got the beautiful Flash one. I don't have that Flash.
That Flash is awesome. And the wings and stuff fall off easy too. They break off easy.
Well, I had to throw my Superman away because his arm broke.
We'll just fucking glue it.
I know it was just like completely, and I was. I'd rather get another.
My Christopher Reeve Superman is probably my favorite 1/6 scale.
It's not a bad one. It's not bad.
I've
got my Chinese Armada up there. They're great. The costume, the 1/6 is great.
You guys this is like a tiny portion of my room too. A tiny portion of my room. That is, of course, your 1/6 scale John Bon Jovi with lifelike feathered hair. Having seen many Nooners, it is not an uncommon sight to see you brushing the figure's hair, usually saying, "My precious," as you read articles. You're welcome, Gary. Thank you. J Mac for 100. The worst part about current day Hollywood is whenever I show my kids the oldest, better parts of these IPs, they want to see more of them. It's disheartening to have to tell them that most everything that has come out since is atrocious. Our kids deserve better. Yeah. And this is where they lose generations, when they could have simply just put in a better effort to make better stuff and not decide to alienate half the audience. It's their own damn fault. It's their own damn fault. You know, like, again, we live in a world where you're not, as a creative, you're not just going to get adoration anymore. And you never lived in that world, by the way. You were shielded from the criticism that was in comic shops every day, or record stores, or video shops, because these conversations have been going on for decades. Okay, you can just hear them now. You're not protected by somebody at the publisher or somebody at the studio or your agent not giving you certain letters and stuff. Yeah, you're just not protected from that anymore. Ascendant Media for $20. Ever since our recent Hobbit and Lord of the Rings marathon, my girlfriend yells at the TV, I don't have time for this, bitch. Anytime a show tries shipping. Yeah. Shipping ruined fandom. Twilight did indeed ruin everything. It did. Shipping, fucking team this, team that, fanfic garbage. It ruined everything.
Yes. Tumblr shit. Just Tumblr shit.
Mark Bravos for 50 Danish krona. Question as how many Transformer milkers would it take to get you back on FNT? Some of us are ready to do questionable stuff to get you back.
Funny. I tell you what, you guys get She-Hulk renewed for season 2 and we'll talk. About the crying game! And if he knows, maybe he'll explain!
Hello, gentlemen. Finally finished fixing my fantasy stories lost documents, making great progress with the writing. Also, I was thinking about making it and writing it as a comic book. Thoughts? Have a blessed day. Do it. Absolutely, just do it. JRL 144036. You got a hard out. I got to get going, man. So, Josh Kelsey has dropped $19.99. Thank you, Josh. Love you, brother. Berg Flicka, 2 parts for $110 total. Almost hit the wrong button. Husband was a first responder at a young age, so he missed classic sci-fi and fantasy. I'm catching up all on Firefly, Outlander, with both Connery and Caviezel. Outlander, fucking good movie, dude. After I watched Alien, I ended up watching Outlander. I was just in that early 80s vibe, as the kids say. B5, OGST, Voyagers, etc. Walked in on him watching it, the intro of the Rims of Power, and freaked the fuck out. Like, it's like catching him masturbating, like straight up, except worse. Looks at me and said, not the right show. After multiple hours of the OG, 5 minutes, he saw the difference indeed. He refers to it all the time. He saw your watch of the trilogy. Thanks, former nerd. Thanks, former nerd, my normie. Dude, thank you. I loved our 20th anniversary live streams of watching Lord of the Rings. That was fun.
Yeah.
Claymore Shadowland for 50. Curious, what are your favorite Star Trek ships? Specific ship or class?
Enterprise D.
Enterprise D? Enterprise. But the refit for the motion picture.
Are you going to get the Tomy diecast 1 in 10 refit? Do you want me to link it to you and make you cry?
Link it to me, but I was at Comic-Con and I saw the Master Replica one for the one from Picard season 3.
This one's fully LED.
And this one's fully LED too. It's a refit. And how big is it? Sure.
I've linked it to you in the private chat.
Okay. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to get that. Maybe that was it. Didn't I show you video? Didn't I send you video of it?
Possibly, yeah,
possibly. So that might have been it. Yeah, like
this could have been it. It is.
I'm gonna pre-order that shit.
Oh, it's really pretty.
Yeah, pretty.
What's your favorite ship, MauLer?
The Bird of Prey.
Oh, okay.
Bird of Prey's cool. Well, which
one?
Which
TOS?
One?
I mean,
From the movies or the series?
Probably the movies.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's a beautiful bird. That's a beautiful ship.
It's awesome.
Klingon Bird of Prey are always fucking dope.
I like Star Trek, but I'm not gonna be able to tell you the difference between the Star Trek Enterprise.
I think MauLer's gonna love a Romulan warbird.
Yeah.
From Next Generation.
Yep. I've got one of them hanging right over there with the Klingon bird of prey. And I've also got the Romulan bird of prey. And I've also, Star Trek has the best ship porn, period.
It ain't even close. Ain't
Ship
even
porn
close.
is unbelievable. Claymore Shadowland for 50. I already read that one. What?
Your class in Enterprise C. They like the Enterprise C.
Your audio is completely gone.
It's actually my voice.
No, your audio is good. No, your audio is gone. Your microphone's fucked.
Where's my large row? Oh.
It sounded something like this, but not as clear.
Okay.
Aruka Fire for 50. Putting some of my mild autism to use between you and Star Wars theory, about 500,000 people watched the Acolyte finale with you guys, which is about 7% of the viewing audience they claimed watched the last episode. Hi, Az's Ghost.
So,
Noons has gifted 20 Nerdrotic memberships for $100. Arg, another name for 1999, Rolling Stone. You should watch this terrible crap you didn't want, because if you don't, Disney won't be able to afford making more terrible crap you don't want. That's good. That's good. Robert McDonald for 20. The rule of Frump Club. You must talk about Frump Club. The second rule of Frump Club, you must bring a box of wine when it's your turn. The third rule of Frump Club is to sit around a table whining about hot chicks.
I heard a really good one. I had the first rule of Female Fight Club is to gossip about Female Fight Club.
Yes. We have Joey GK for 250 SARS. Concord has 179 players online currently. $150 million budget.
Well,
what?
$150 million budget. Holy shit.
Aww.
At this point, I wouldn't put it past Amazon to make a Reluvitar twerk the universe. The universe into existence, the twerk of creation, and Morgoth brought in the Discord of the twerk of creation. You guys are awesome. Thank you for all of your hard work. Keep it up. Hale, what do you guys think of Hickman's Avengers and New Avengers? Cross Mercurin for $20. I don't think much of Hickman lately, because Az and I haven't read anything new in 3 years. His past
I've read
work,
Ultimate Spider-Man.
yeah, Black Cat now. Black Cat now. They made her black because she's called the Black Cat.
That's really right. That's like Black Panther.
Yeah.
Remember Black Lightning? Remember how they just called all black characters Black something?
I think Hickman's all right. I've liked some of his past stuff. I liked his Fantastic Four. I liked his Fantastic Four run. I did. Is he somebody I would like follow into an independent sphere? No. But I do like his work with Marvel. Some of it. So Uncivilized for $10. Hail, Gary. When are you getting the Unsub guys on the stream? Would also like to see you back on Unsub again. Maybe you can drag Theory on with you while he's in San Antonio. We must radicalize him more. I'll hit up Eli. They're busy guys. They plan their podcast out and invest. We'll get him on FNT, but it's like getting all three of them. We'd have to kick some people out. That's the thing. Kevin Kirk for $20. I used to live in the U.S. and I've been watching so long. I remember not being able to find Heel versus Babyface for the first year of his appearance, but now I am on German time. I get why Az left. I end up watching FNT recordings on Rumble now. Hail. Time up for the guests, not for him, but that wasn't good enough. That wasn't good enough. Doesn't
No.
seem to bother MauLer when he comes on. Disparew's just fine.
More as a guest every so often.
Every month or so at this point.
Disparew, who I don't even know sleeps, period.
I don't
He
think
does.
Disparew sleeps.
Yeah, I mean, is it even? Could he fit it in at this point? I don't think so.
Also, Disparew's been on 3 fucking shows or whatever it is, 4 shows as a host. Ask him after 4.5 years.
Let's see. I've done it for longer.
You start at 1 o'clock in the afternoon most fucking weeks.
I started it at 7 back in the day.
I'd do it if it was 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Dude.
I'd come back in a heartbeat then. Hey, Az, we're starting at 1 p.m. UK time for Friday Night Tights. I'm in.
Dude, then it would be Friday morning tights. It'd be Thursday night tights.
Now you're worried about the fucking time. Now you're worried about the time.
We're an America First channel. Okay. And I just, it's no secret.
It just doesn't have the same ring, does it? Thursday night tights. Thursday.
It doesn't.
Night
7 a.m. tights. Come on. I'll be
Whatever.
back in a heartbeat, Gary.
We ain't changing the time. I ain't changing it ever again. The Gaming Angel for $9.99. Keanu was meant to play Soul in Acolyte. I heard that. Scheduling conflict prevented it and saved his career. He was announced to be in Sonic 3. Unironically, Shadow the Hedgehog protected Keanu Reeves. It did. I saw the trailer. It looks all right. I mean, I'm not a Sonic fan.
Yeah, as someone who's not a Sonic fan really either, I think Sonic fans want this. They're very excited about it. I think it's exactly what
Sonic
they want.
fans want this. Okay. Like,
yeah,
that was the crazy thing about changing the look of Sonic. You took the single most autistic franchise out there and you changed the look. Okay. It's like, that's the worst franchise to change a look for on planet Earth. And they decided to do it. And they listened. To their credit, they went, okay, we'll change it back.
like I haven't seen any of the 3, but I mean they got to 3, so it
I
must
saw
be.
the first one and I thought it was fine.
There you go.
Yeah, that's all it needs to be. If like fine is better than complete dog shit and rapes the lore and hurts your legacy and keeps people from going back and watching the old shit. Big Ounce for $5. Weekly Marvel versus DC fight. Joker versus Green Goblin. Might take Joker because of the sheer variety of weapons and Joker toxins plus more skilled fighter. Green Goblin has superpowers with glider or without. But I think Joker is more clever and just more evil.
Yeah, Joker's the kind of guy the way you think you killed him, he kills you, sort of thing.
Yeah. So yeah, I would pick Joker. I'd pick Joker. It'd be close. But.
We doing the with prep time. Joker wins with prep time.
What if they're at 2 different ends of a forest?
A Joker with prep time, yeah, but I mean, but if Green Goblin has his fucking glider and his pumpkin bombs and he just surprises them, you know.
I feel like Joker would respect Goblin's pumpkin bombs. He'd be like, "What a nifty little design you've got going there."
Well, he'd
Where
go
does he get all those wonderful toys.
Yeah. Nick for $19.99. First super chat. Don't play the wrong sound effect. I didn't. I put together a whole fake Unsolved Mysteries intro about Rings of Power. If you want to use it, it's pretty funny. I tweeted it to X-Ray Girl, MauLer, and Az. Well, can we pre-check it? Rusty Shackelford for $2. Convenient dead Az had a twin named Landfill. Yeah. Beer Fest joke. It's a Beer Fest joke. Come on. Nobody watched Beer Fest? Did you watch Beer Fest?
I'm teetotal.
I understood that. I'm Mr. Robody.
Have you watched the movie Beer Fest?
Yes. They drink goat piss.
Yes.
Okay.
The bubble.
MauLer, have you watched the movie Beer Fest?
It's been a long time.
Fucking love Beer Fest.
Yes, Mark.
Somebody likes Beer Fest. Yes, of course. Yeah, Mark. There you go. Beer Fest fucking rules. Absolutely rules. Jarwar 263 for $9.99. What's the difference between shipping and preferring Peter and MJ over Tim and Spoiler? Is it about what makes sense for the characters, or is it they're the same characters? You don't follow. Well, Tim isn't with Spoiler anymore. Tim is gay. I just wanted to correct you. Okay,
Tim's
bigot.
now.
Bigot. Peter and MJ wasn't a ship. It was a relationship with established characters that we already cared about. And their entire motivation for writing was not to get them together. As a matter of fact, Marvel hates it. Shipping is a term that fake geek girls got into. It started a long time ago, right? There was even, it was with MauLer and Scully and X-Files. It goes way before that. But yeah, shipping is a fanfic fake geek girl term, period. Oh my God, I'm like totally shipping them.
I felt like you almost said MauLer and Scully. And I was like,
MauLer and Scully.
Whoa. I mean, that's the combination.
Maybe I did. Maybe I did. Rusty Shackleford for $2. Fuck Pongkrell killed by Dogma. Try Ligma.
Did I misunderstand something?
Great super chat. Best
Albert,
super chat of the day.
Albert, not a retro.
well, wait, you remember, Gary, you were there for it, right? When we covered the guy who said everybody who conspired against Pongkrell should be executed.
Yes.
Including, he went as far as saying Luke and Leia because they have
Yes.
evil blood in them.
Yes. Kill them all. Albert, not a retro for 2 Canadian pesos. MauLer episode 30, 300, 30, and 300 were awesome.
Yay. I'm glad people liked it.
Cristiano Antunes for 10 R's says, watch he, she, Yoda cancels the Acolyte. I died laughing. Oh, I saw that animation. Not Alan Rogers for $2. I thought the Euro shit nonce wasn't around anymore. Wow. Really harsh way to talk about MauLer. MauLer was here last week.
I truly was.
Anonymous says, thanks, MauLer, for 300 years of EFAP. Also, old EFAP made a video, so we have 2 EFAPs. Lastly, W Little Platoon. Yeah, Little Platoon really took
I put out the highlight because Wolf's on holiday right now. So I've sorted that out. I think so. Some people don't know that Keemstar and Little Platoon had a little fight. It's quite entertaining because neither of them know anything about each other. A clash of wills.
Yes. Ministry of Wrong Thing for $9.99. Galadriel Eggless. Less. Kenneth La Roca for $5. So how long will the necromancy last? Oh, of IPs?
As.
As.
As long as it takes.
As long as it
takes.
takes.
So the way it works is he'll die and then resurrect again as a zombie, maintain, die, and then resurrect again as a zombie. It's kind of infinite.
I think the cringe is powering him. That's why he has to watch all those shows and play those games.
He's like, oh, I can't do that. It'll kill me when he's secretly powering his batteries off it. We all know. We all know. 6 hours of Gollum.
Oh,
good Lord.
I feel like that'll be your return. Like when your final days are ahead of you, your doctor says you got like 2 days left. You're like, I must play Gollum again.
Must play again.
I have to say goodbye.
I must say goodbye to Lord of Ring Gollum.
Hi King Fanor, Alpha Chad of Middle Earth for $5. What's up, brother? Hi guys. Hope everyone is well. Gotta tell MauLer, and I back this. I backed this 852 times for the 852nd time to read The Children of Hurin. You'll love it, buddy. It's fucking amazing. It is amazing. And I'm pretty sure, hang on, that's the one Christopher Lee narrates if you want to listen to it. Because he does, is it that? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the one he does. Whoops, hang on. I want to be sure. It helps to spell it right. Narrated by Christopher Lee. That's right. That's one you should listen to. Big J for $5. With Keemstar's appearance, EFAP is now officially a part of Boogie lore. How does that feel, MauLer? Platoon peasants rise up. Hail Platoon, by the way.
Just to be 100% clear, because I can't remember who knows what, but like what we found out on EFAP was that Boogie had revealed he'd lied about his cancer as much as 5 months ago.
Yeah.
So, you know, the reveal was like a month ago, but if there was a particular clip that revealed it was about 5 months ago that he let it slip, but nobody really picked it up. And it was so baffling to everybody that it got missed that Keemstar came on to clarify that he thought it was fake at first. It was from his own show.
He just wasn't paying, like, you don't pay attention every second of a live stream, right, Az?
Yeah.
Still shopping?
To be fair, it was particularly funny because they're like having a conversation. The Boogie starts rattling on about his problems, and the Wings and Keems are both just their heads turned to clearly their second monitor. They're just like clicking shit and not caring what he says.
Aberjam UK for 5 British pounds, proper money. Sad to report that. Oh shit. I wanted to bring this up at the beginning of the show. Damn it. Very sad to report our good friend Joe, Bird of Prey, has passed away. Of all the souls I have encountered in my travels, his was the most human. Kapla, brother. Joe, and it goes way back with this channel. He's supported my channel and many others. I've streamed with him. Massive Star Trek fan. He had a catastrophic accident, so he was bedridden. He did live streams. You can go to his channel, Bird of Prey 5. And I guess he passed away in his sleep last night. We've lost Clobby. Now we lose Joe. Joe was in the, if you've been around this channel for a long time, Joe was in our chats a lot. Really good man. For so many of us who bitch about like having hard days and stuff, he got through days where he couldn't walk anymore. This is a guy who had all his facilities and didn't have it, and tried to stay as positive as he could. His mom took care of him, and he managed to live stream and make something fun out of it. And he's going to be, he was a huge part of this sphere, and he's going to be missed. Going to miss you, buddy. Rest in peace. Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier today because I heard from Tom last night, and I was just like fucking shocked. I was like, God damn it. Not Clobby and now Joe. Hopefully they're together. Enjoying true Star Trek and completely from above disagreeing with me about Picard season 3. I would have loved to have debated both of those guys one more time about it, man. So, rest in peace, Joe. We love you. Zach Holt for $10. Halbrand Sauron was the ultimate bad boy that can be fixed. I can fix them. He's just misunderstood. Modern media is obsessed with making everything gray as if they make their story automatically deeper somehow.
It's not even gray.
It's gay.
Better gray than gay.
It's not more
even gray.
See, that's the thing is and this comes from the Tolkien estate. Again, they wanted to make Sauron a Walter White story that comes directly from Simon Tolkien. That was reported in the fucking Variety.
And then they'll say Joker. That's the other one they always roll out. I want to have it like Joker. I want to have it like Walter. I want to have it like fucking. What was the one that said we wanted a T-Rex to be like Joker? Wasn't it Dominion? Could have sworn Colin Trevorrow said they wanted the T-Rex to be like the Joker.
Yeah, I heard that too. I read that too. Stop. We don't need to explain evil. They feel like they need to explain evil because everybody wants their villain to be Magneto now. Like there was some kind of justification. It's like, no, in Tolkien's world, evil is evil. Evil is evil. And if you want to take one line from what Elrond said during the Council of Elrond, talking about like, hey, nothing's born evil. Essentially, I'm paraphrasing there. But He's been evil for a very long time. And Melkor was evil from pretty much the get-go too, sowing the seed of discourse in the Song of Creation, constantly being a little bitch about it and being jealous. And Sauron was his right-hand man, and Sauron is just sadistic. He loves torturing things. That's what makes him happy. What makes him happy is misery. He's evil. He's a narcissist. He saw in Baron and Luthien, he saw Luthien, he's all, that's a hottie. Hey, werewolves, go get that bitch and bring her back to me. And maybe I'll, I don't know, torture her for a little while. Yeah.
I can change him.
You can't. You can't. Az, you got to go?
Yes, sir.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Bye.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Go back to your
Spell's
jollies.
almost done.
Go back to your
Thank you.
jollies, okay?
I'll be back.
Next week on your channel.
Yes, sir.
Yep, we're going to talk about the
Until
Rings of
then,
Power. The first 3 episodes.
Where can they next find you as you streaming Vidya on Friday?
You can find me actually tomorrow, ripping the silverback, 7:30 UK time here.
There you go.
And then on my
Oh
channel, that is.
my.
And then probably Friday there'll be Monkey Man streaming Wu Kang.
Oh. I'll be hoping to tune in to see what you think of it if I have availability, but you never know.
Yes,
Rings
sir.
of Power.
Going
3
on.
episodes of Rings of Power, MauLer. You will not have availability.
I gotta watch him
Good
before
luck.
fucking
God.
open bar, probably.
Oh,
It's
that's
amazing.
brutal. At least with us, it would have been another day, but
Wait, am I on Friday Night Tights? I don't remember.
no,
if I-
you're no,
did I-
no. Drinker was supposed to be on.
Oh.
Drinker was supposed to be on, but then he had a.
Like,
I mean,
Yeah,
yes,
thing.
yes, you were. You were totally. You committed to Friday Night Tights, MauLer. You absolutely did.
As hell.
Bye, Az. Az, you want to be on?
Yeah.
You want to be on FNT? All you got to do is watch 3 episodes of
Okay,
Rings of Power
bye.
during your jollies. Did we end up getting who we asked?
yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Little Platoon.
Yes.
Hey.
Hey, so we got Little Platoon coming on. Fucking love Little Platoon. He'll be an outstanding guest. We'll get Drinker on another time, but yeah, he had
Tins.
family first, baby. Family
Hell
first.
yeah.
That's the way we roll around here. Hey, read a couple. I'm gonna go get my Silmarillion. One moment.
Oh God. Okay, so accident seller for 200 Norwegian krona. MauLer, you do EFAP. Have you heard of NoFap? Should I NoFap to conserve energy and send it to Trump psychometaphysically to help him win bigly in November? Record for me is 90 days. Day
Wow.
91 was like movie title, everything, everywhere, all at once.
That, yeah,
Wow.
I mean, 90 days. Well, congratulations. I don't know if there's like a trophy you can get for that, but good job. And yes, it does provide any man who can do that grand psychometric power. So
That
spend
is
it where you think it's wise to spend it, of course.
impressive.
Yes.
And also a lot of information, maybe too much.
Illustrated version. One of my many copies, but this is kind of my reader's copy. Let's go to page 147. I was looking over last night. Of the ruin of Beleriand. I can read. Hang on.
Get the magnifying glass out.
Well, I have to. Hang on. Where is... For nigh on 2 years after Dagor Bragollach and the Noldor still defended the western pass about the sources of the Syrian. For the power of Ulmo was that of the water, and Minas Tirith withstood the orcs. But at length, after the fall of Fingolfin, and Sauron, greatest and most terrible of the servants of Morgoth, who in the Sindarian tongue was named Gothar. came against Oradith, the warden of the tower upon Tol Sirion. Sauron was become now a sorcerer of dreadful power, master of shadows and of phantoms, foul in wisdom, cruel in strength, misshapen what he touched, twisted what he ruled, lord of werewolves. His dominion was torment. I could change him.
His dominion was torment.
like there's no gray area there. My dominion is torment. Jesus. Fuck him.
Hey, the description of bully in Dustborn, because I just saw it, it says, You've learned to bully people. Bully gives us the power to force people to do something they may not want to do, or to make them feel bad about themselves. In fight, this could be highly effective on targeted enemies. What a weird fucking game, man.
They're truly evil, if that's a superpower. Ugh. And they think they're good people.
People critiquing my reading. Like, are you new?
Oh.
He barely reads super chats, which I've seen his monitors. They're like this big on the monitor.
So what took me so long to learn how to read, right, is I have, well, yeah, I have a, like, I don't even call it a disability. Like a lot of people like to use that as a crutch. I have a little bit of reading comprehension trouble. So I really wasn't picking it up as a kid at all. And it was comic books. And then I started challenging myself. But even when I read today, like the Silmarillion or the Lord of the Rings or any other book, I have to read each page sometimes, not all the time, twice. Because it's just, my eyes move too fast. And it's just a thing that's always been right for me. So that's why it's always been a little choppy, but I do it anyway. It doesn't mean I don't do it because I enjoy it. So yeah, I end up, having to read a couple every other page twice, something like that. Cause like I'll read it and then like, I don't even know what I just fucking read and I have to do it again. That's life. Gus for $10 on the Streamlabs side. Gary, last week discussed Aliens, Wrath of Khan being the same score by Horner. Check Battle Beyond the Stars by Roger Corman. That's James Horner's score is the master to both of those. Yes, it is. You're absolutely right. James Horner and everybody. I would say John Williams is better at repurposing his stuff and hiding it. But they all did. You could tell a composer will go through a phase, right? And they'll repeat that quite a bit, and you'll hear. Like Jerry Goldsmith did the same thing. But I have no problem with it because the score for Battle Beyond the Stars, the score for Aliens, and the score for Wrath of Khan are fucking bangers, and I don't care that they sound alike. I don't give a single shit. I think they're the late great James Horner was fucking brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Hans Zimmer. That dude repeats his shit all the time. I mean, listen to Pirates and Gladiator. They're practically the same fucking thing. Thunderstorm for $4.99. Is it just me or did Acolyte make no sense? It's not just you.
It's not just you.
It's not just you. No, you have actually you're the majority. So you're not alone on an island. You're on a continent. Aiden Clock for $5. Hey Gary, been watching Venture Brothers on Netflix. Oh, by the way, the wrestler Sid Vicious died, so rest in peace. Brock was based on Sid Vicious from Venture Brothers. Been enjoying it a lot. Love all the comic book references. Yeah, that's one thing. Like once I do some obligations for MauLer, I'm going to absolutely force him to watch Venture Brothers. And then he'll thank me. He'll go, why didn't you do it sooner? You're not even that good of a friend once he watches it. MauLer, seen movie Law Abiding Citizen? It's great.
Yes. I love, I want to say I love the first third. I'm chill with the second, third, and then I do not like how that film ends at all. Have you seen it, Gary?
No, I have not seen it.
You should
Basic premise is
definitely watch
like
it.
guy who his house is broken into by standard criminal people, and they do horrible things to the people he loves, ending with killing them. And the justice system, I can't remember if they basically only have to serve like 1 or 2 years in prison or something. And so he decides to do the punishment himself, and it is brutal as hell. He does everything you'd imagine, and then the rest of the film is Jamie Foxx trying to decide and approach how, like the film's trying to ask the question of what should happen to. It's Jared Butler as the main character after he's done that. It's like hardcore about vigilantism and stuff like that. He gets more than just revenge on those people, by the way. He goes after the legal system in a lot of ways. Justice, rather. So, yeah, lots of things in it I like. Lots of cool ideas. Was not a fan of how it ends, and you probably know what I mean if you've seen the film.
John Getz for $10. PSA, Friday the 13th, Part 4 theatrical re-release for its 40th anniversary is coming Friday, September 13th. That and Superman are the best theater experiences you'll probably get in September. Maybe Beetlejuice. Maybe. But yeah, you might be right. Supreme Chancellor Trump, wrinkly sheev. He let a few rebels blow up the Death Star. Total loser. How does he let that happen? How does that happen? They had like 6 ships and he lets them destroy it. The most embarrassing moment in history of our empire. And it wouldn't have happened under me. Vote for Trump.
Wrinkly sheev.
Albert, not a retro for 5 Canadian pesos. Like Homer said, no new crap, just taking care of business. I didn't see Rings of Power or of the Acolyte. I'm just going to buy Star Wars Theory was angrier than Gary. Well, yes, I think at the Acolyte, I would definitely say Star Wars Theory was angrier than me. I was exasperated and amused. Highly amused. But when I saw Plagueis, I'm like, oh, they fucking did it. And I, being the sweet summer child, MauLer, thought Plagueis was going to go and kill everybody because it would have made sense.
That would have been nice.
Yep.
I think we all would have been like, that last episode, not so bad.
Yeah, Plagueis coming in, fucking just slicing and dicing. Kind of liked it. Anakmamon, 2 parts for $11. Just a reminder. Before Rolling Stone attacked fandom, before they lied about ivermectin, and even before the false grape, well, you can say rape, fuck it. Rolling Stone gave 1 star to every Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath album. This is true. Don't get me started about how they run the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Yeah, they'll give Elvis Costello and Bruce Springsteen like 10 out of 10 for farting in a microphone. But yeah, like Rolling Stone's always been shit, pretentious fucking garbage. Absolute garbage. In the early 2000s, they had some good covers. Okay. The Grindhouse cover with Rose McGowan. And why am I blanking her name? Why am I blanking on her name now? Shit. I hate this.
Who you talking about?
Oh, once you find out, like, this is, I know her name. I can see her face. It was. She was in Death Proof, which fucking sucked, by the way. Ahsoka. She plays Ahsoka. Well, fucking, what's her name? Rosario Dawson. Yeah. So Rosario Dawson and Rose McGowan are on the cover, like naked, with just bullets covering the bits. It's a good cover. My. It's a fucking good cover. That is a good cover to Rolling Stone. Everything else is shit. Robert McDonald for $20. The same chicks that ship villains in stories and push the everyone is gray lose their minds and want instant death to a villain where their gray villains look more like Harvey Weinstein. Harry Weinstein. That sounds like something you get from Harvey Weinstein. And less like Anatar. Yes. The Diddler for $4.99. Gary, have you read Preston Jacobs' The Winds of Winter version? Probably the only thing close to the actual book we'll ever get. Yeah, he just released I like some of it. I mean, some of it, I think he's really trying. Preston loves me, by the way. I'm his favorite channel. Totally his favorite channel. I think he does a pretty good job trying to like put too many Preston-isms in his fucking books. So he's doing fanfic chapters, right? He's just finishing The Wind's a Winner. And he knows the book like through and through. The man knows the book. He just released a Jamie one. I haven't listened to it yet. But I will. A Knockmon for $1. They put Public Enemy and the Bee Gees in there despite being rock and roll, but it took petition to put Alice Cooper, Rush, and Kiss in there. Yeah, that's Rolling Stone. Rolling Stone doesn't think, yeah, that's not real rock and roll, man. Point is, before I got involved in the culture war, I've always hated the cancerous whores in Rolling Stone. Yeah, rock magazines, it was definitely a love-hate. Remember Spin? Fucking Guns N' Roses wrote a whole song hating on Bob Guccione Jr. Zach Muffin for $5. These shippers and fanfic writers are degenerates. An ex tried showing me Dr. Apple a sexual story of Draco Malfoy, Hermione, and an apple. Stop. Oh, fuck. It's a fetish. That's all it is. Shipping is a fetish. And if you want to like have your own little fetish thing as adults, that's great. That's okay. Hollywood embracing fanfic and a fetish over your genuine fans who would keep the legacy alive is retarded insanity. Adam Mine for 2 Canadian pesos. More misunderstanding of MauLer in our MauLer. Oh, Reddit? Do you have your own Reddit?
Yes, but it's I don't even know if it's a MauLer subreddit anymore. There's so many people in there I've said it before, don't even know who I am or what EFAP is. So I don't. It's like a media subreddit now as opposed to a MauLer one.
Oh, that's kind of good. It's kind of gonna be on you.
In a way, sure, yeah.
Now, did you set it up or did somebody else set it up?
Somebody else. Yeah.
I have one, but somebody else set it up. I don't know who. They asked me and I said, sure. I said, yeah, go ahead. Absolutely. But no part in it. The God of Gravy for $9.99. By the way, have you guys seen the Japanese War of the Rohirrim trailer? Oh, yeah, I have. The narration sounds like South Park parody. I kid you not. They say Lohan instead of Rohan. Do they? Well, maybe because it was Asian. I'm sorry, but I can't not laugh. It started out really desperate and fine because it showed Two Towers and Return of the King, showed like real Lord of the Rings stuff. And then it goes into girl boss Hera, who's not mentioned by name in the appendices at all. And it's going to be about her. Even though her only act was her father denied her hand in marriage. And they end up in the Hornburg, which eventually becomes Helm's Deep. But according to this movie, it probably becomes Hera's Deep. And we misunderstood it, MauLer. Yeah, it was so disappointing to see. Because I was really looking forward to the movie. And the animation looks fine. It looks fine. Like I would totally be into the animation. But yeah, it looks like more girl boss shit. And before anybody complains about that, Hollywood has earned the ire. And yes, it's a Japanese animation studio hired. They are hired guns by it's an American production. Believe me. Ricky Bev for $5. My 5-year-old daughter has more well thought out, complex storylines for her stuffed animals than Rings of Power could draw from pre-existing lore. You are correct. Black Tiger 001 for 5 Canadian pesos. It's my 38th birthday today. That's all. Please don't sing. We won't. Happy birthday, though. Sideless for $10. Gamergate won in the end. We warned them that this would happen, and now the end is coming. All they had to do was clean up video game journalism and agree to being ethical. Couldn't do it. Nope. And it whatever Gamergate started at, whatever it was, ultimately it was a customer movement. A customer movement calling stuff out. And whatever personalities were involved in the early days on YouTube in particular, most of them ended up to be total frauds. I mean, that doesn't change the fact that it was a customer movement. It wasn't about those YouTubers. It was about the people wanting authenticity. I don't know if it won in the end. I don't know if I'd go that far, but it morphed into other things because that ideology took over everything. So it morphed into talking about it in comics and just all of culture, right? But Sweet Baby Inc. like falling on its ass and being exposed is one thing. Seeing it utterly defeated, we'll see. Hopefully it is. They'll probably just go, rebrand and try to be a little more subtle. They have not been subtle. But the problem with that, with games is it's a big problem with movies, MauLer. It takes 2 or 3 years to turn anything around. In gaming, it takes a decade.
Ugh.
For some shit.
Still people complain about that with House of the Dragon. They're like, most of this shit is people in rooms. Get fucking going. Like, how is it so hard? And I was, to be fair, it's like, yeah, but they got all the dragon CG, of course. That takes forever for them to do, so.
That does. But I mean, like, I was there. So were you. Heard the same shit about Game of Thrones in first 4 seasons. It's too slow. Just people walking around. That was some criticisms of Lord of the Rings from some people. As a matter of fact, Kevin Smith put that criticism in a movie. You fucking hack.
I meant production time, right? Like getting to create this stuff can take X amount of time. People like go faster. It's mostly people like the fact is you could get people in room scenes done relatively quickly. But I was saying like, yeah, like Rook's Rest, that probably would have taken a while for all the CG animators to get done. Same for what's probably coming in season 3. We'll see.
We'll see. All righty. Gamadali says Dustborn is cultural product of Norway, funded by around 1.4 million by the government and in part by the EU. I'm very sorry that the weapon of massive cringe has been inflicted upon y'all. Bork, bork. PJ for $29.99. Is it weird that I'm watching this with my phone screen zoomed in on X-Ray Girl from Poland? P.S. As sad to see what Britain has become nowadays. Yep.
Well, I can just hop out of the dimension if ever I need to,
Yeah, you can.
Lucky you.
Mike Spilligan for €2. Imagine how they screw up Luthien. Yes, they would. Yes, they fucking would. Rated M, $4.99. Gary, did you see Jar Jar Abrams got asked at the DNC who had the biggest lightsaber, Trump or Biden? He got labeled production ass. Love you guys. Hail. He got labeled production ass. Was he really asked that? Was he there? I'm not surprised that he was there.
I was gonna say that's the first I've heard of that.
Yeah. I'm okay with naming Hera and that she plays more of a part of the story. I'm okay with that too, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about full-on girl boss. That she, being Helm's daughter, is a capable fighter like Eowyn or so. Maybe that she takes part in some fighting alongside his brothers or so. But this trailer, girl boss, has me worried. Yes, maybe they're selling it as a lie, and it turns out to be more as it should about Helm Hammerhand, his sons. She could be involved. Absolutely. Not saying she couldn't be involved, but it's clearly about her. It's clearly about her. So we can hold out all the hope. But if you want to do that, that's your prerogative. Hollywood has not, they have not earned the benefit of the doubt with me. I'll wait and see. Fear of the Tardo for $10. Tardo been watching Magnum Semi play Dustbin. Magnum Semi seem like having good time when not scream or make cry. When Sex Paid Girl play again, will Jazz or Mama do 24-hour stream? Lock it in. Yay. Madam Sammy.
That's Madam Savvy.
Magnum Semi. Magnum Semi.
I refunded the game, so I'm not playing it again here. For the Tardo. Sorry.
Jason Stahl for $4.99. The hack writers of Rings of Power missed the opportunity to show the woman being right and the men being wrong with Galadriel and Anatar. # respect for Tolkien. I know. Dean Domino, 25 for $9.99. Hail Reby Hail Real BBC. Thanks for having Kirsha on last Friday. Yeah, it was great having her. She was awesome. Hope to see her on again. We will. Also, someone suggested a stream of MauLer and Kirsha tearing into Alan Wake 2. I say seconded.
I'm probably not even like the best person to do that with. I only played it for 5 hours, and it's like I want to say like a 30-hour game. So I missed out on lots of it. What's funny, Gary? The big thing that killed me in it was like this detective shit, and just none of it made any fucking sense.
Oh,
you're supposed to learn about how murders happened and little clues that lead to this, that, and the other. Like the writing was so horrendously awful and slow. I was just like, I can't fucking take this shit. But I did watch Metal play a lot of it mechanically and storytelling wise. It just looked like a mess, which why it doesn't surprise me at all that despite the good press, the critical reception, and somewhat the good word of mouth, at least for some circles, failed. I don't think it made back its money at all. So
I don't think so either.
There you go.
How you doing on time, MauLer?
I can hang.
Okay. We're going to go. This one is, interesting. Lazy Titan for $5. MauLer, please bring back Little Platoon for your EFAP of Rings of Power Season 2. You guys, episodes of Season 1 were hilarious. I would second that. I'm going through them again. Oh, look at that. Going through your back catalog.
I did mention it to him. I was like, we would... it's a kind of complicated thing. If you remember, Gary, back when we did Season 1, that was around about the time I think Little Platoon and Disparu were getting to be more... like people be more aware of them.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the Season 1 coverage on EFAP side, we like gave them both a huge congratulations for like essentially just establishing themselves, doing a great job of coverage and stuff. So I said to both of them, it's like, we'd love to have you back, but at the same time, I totally understand if you've got probably a huge schedule of your own at this point where you covered all kinds of things. But as far as I'm aware, Little Platoon wants to be on all the EFAPs for Rings of Power. So we'll have him. Disparu, on the other hand, he's probably 50-50 because he's going to be on all the Friday Night Tights doing his own stuff. Like I said, it's totally fair if he's going to want to... Because the thing is, it gets tough, right? You don't want to cover an episode breakdown 4 different times in a week.
No, you don't. You got your own stuff. There's other stuff going on too. Yeah, you definitely don't.
I totally get it. It's totally chill, but I'm very happy to have everyone and anyone. I'll be trying to grab this friendly Gary right here sometimes if I get the chance.
You will. Stephen D for $4.99. Why watch Rings of Retards when you can watch 30 minutes of Garth M's Dark Place? The live stream numbers will be in the high 10s. I don't know what that is, but okay.
Garth Dark Place?
Garth M's Dark Place? What's that?
Well, I get recommended it all the time. Lots of memes come from... I think Garth Marenghi's Dark Place is the place where it says, I know writers who use subtext and they're all cowards. That line, it's quite funny.
Oof.
It's like a meme thing.
Okay. Soul123 for $10. Gary, if you please do a tribute video to Joe, keep him alive in our hearts for the world to remember and never forget him. He was a great man. I think we could do a little memorial thing for him on Friday Night Tights. See if we can fit that in. Okay. We'll definitely mention it. Okay. And take people to his channel, but I love Joe. Conspiracy Cinema for $4.99. Please reaffirm that the Boys comic is miles better than the garbage show. They made Butcher a dumb pussy. The online hate for the comics is so tired. Yeah, it's fucking retarded because they didn't read them. They didn't read the comics. And I know there's a video with like 6 million views on why the comics are dumb. No, the comics are far superior to the fucking show. And listen, 5 years from now, people will say that. Trust me. No Face $4.99. If not Disney Star Wars, it's Commie Cargo Cult Star Wars. These people are playing dress up in the leftovers of our generations. Yes, they are. X-Ray Girl working on her voiceover voice. This is Def 81 for £2 maybe.
I'm sick.
She's sick. One random channel for 250 yen. Hi, Gary, as X-Ray Girl and MauLer. Has anybody read Trencher by Keith Giffen? From Image Comics back in the day. What did you think about it? Much love to my favorite Gay Boys. I haven't read that one. I love Keith Giffen, though, but I have not read that one. No. Christaki S for $5 Australian. Hello, all. X-Ray Girl, Gary. X-Ray, Gary. What are the plans for LA Comic-Con? I'm flying from Australia and I have a meetup before and after the con. Location updates. That tab is not open yet. I have a couple of things to do before then, but we'll keep you updated. I have to announce the day of the meetup is Wednesday, the 23rd of October for San Antonio. We have not announced the location. We're waiting for Mama to get back home. She'll be back home in a couple of days.
Yeah.
So
I feel like if anything happens in LA Comic-Con, it might be a film threat thing.
Yep, that would be my guess. I'm just going. Super Mastermind for $5. Woke Concord game. The budget player aspect ratio $153,000 per player. Just buy the players a Porsche next time. Ed Song for $2. I saw horses. Maybe Galadriel will smile again. Maybe if they didn't fucking kill him. Darth Rebo for $2. Gary, that shirt is fire. This is my favorite shirt. Riff on Danzig, Balrog. Benzo for $1.99. One rim to take them all, one rim to drain them. Offer Nave for $5. Would love to hear you all discuss the influence that Sam Raimi's Army of the Darkness had on Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings. I would discuss it. I'd have to research it though.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with.
I'm not
how much
super
it was
familiar with that. Yeah, but maybe I'm sure it did. Peter Jack, the Frighteners. You've seen the Frighteners, right? Michael J. Fox.
Yes.
Yeah, Frighteners, good shit. Yeah. I'll look into it. If the show is called Rims of Power, so if I worked on the show and someone asked me where I worked, I would just say I have a rim job. Yes. Larry Henson for $5. Eddie A for $5. Did you guys watch the new Sonic 3 trailer? I did when it was on Geeks and Gamers Daily. If so, how do you feel about it? Surprisingly, it looks good. I think it looks fine. I think Sonic fans will be happy. And I want them
it's
to
so
be
weird.
happy.
That was my thoughts on it. I thought it was such a wacky trailer, but I was like, I think this is what they want. This is the film they're looking for. So
well,
good stuff.
Knowing what I know of Sonic fans, and this is purely from selling them comic books, right? Okay, this is just purely from selling them comic books. Because I had the same 9 kids come in and buy 1 copy each of Sonic every week, clockwork. They were the first ones in the door. They love their fucking Sonic. And they want it to be earnest, and this one looks earnest. So it's got a serious tone.
Well, for me being so out of the loop, and I'm sort of just only aware of memes. So when they were like, it was Sonic where you found family, Shadow only found pain. I was like, this is fucking Shadow the Hedgehog is such a meme to me, but I think the fans are looking for this.
Did Shadow did his family die? Is he like the opposite of Sonic? Is that what it is? And then they're gonna eventually team up, and they'll show him to learn how to live again.
Shadow shoots an Uzi, has a motorcycle. He's just fucking badass.
He's my favorite. He's my favorite Sonic.
He's the best of the Sonics.
He's my favorite Sonic. I don't know shit about Sonic, except the comics I sold, and the kids loved it. They fucking loved it, and that shit sold, man. I just filled my kids section with Sonic, and fuck, it's like printing money. This was 10, 15 years ago. Drunken Finn for €5. I'm not sorry about the following: Rings of Power season 5 if it happens. Nori Baron Snatch. Nori Baron Snatch. I'm gonna use that from now on. That's going in my videos. Drunken Finn. I'll give you credit. Nori Baron Snatch and not Gandalf starts the Baggins family line. You're welcome. Dude, you're not far off. I promise you, Nori will be a descendant of Bilbo Baggins. Take it to the fucking bank. A what?
I understood him.
Ascendant. Sorry, not descendant. Bilbo will be a descendant of Nori. Sorry. I'm retarded.
Because legitimately, I was like, it's not some kind of time travel thing, right? Where she's his daughter or something. Like, what's happening?
Don't give him any ideas. No, I got that wrong. So Bilbo will be descended from Nori Baron Snatch. take it to the fucking bank.
So she would be his ancestor.
Yes.
Yes.
There you go.
His great 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 grandma.
Mm-hmm.
Gus for $5. Hey Gary, spoke about James Horner last week. Aliens and Wrath of Khan being the same score. Check. Oh, I read this one already.
I'm sick.
Yeah, you are, but it's okay. I am Balrog. I am Balrog. I need to know. Dun, 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 no. I am Demon. Okay. MauLer, you like the metal.
I do.
You like the metal. Do you not like the Danzig?
See, and you saying the metal makes me think of a particular song that then makes me think of a particular band. And I'm like, ugh.
Danzig. Fucking great music. Dude, Danzig, that first album is well, Lucifuge 2 is fucking great too, but yeah. Drake Timbershaft for $5. I used to look forward to a new Marvel movie. Now I'm on Scorsese's side. The roller coasters making me nauseous and I want to get off. Yeah. You guys seen Barbarian? Sorry if I'm late to this. I have not seen Barbarian, but a lot of people liked it. Mark Bravos.
Yeah, I've heard good things.
20. I think Gore liked it. Danish Krona. Rings of Power fan. Oh, God. For $5. Ugh. You would like the old white movie about the man saving Sarah. I can't believe she settled for a toxic cis male, and we're supposed to feel bad for the racist cops the Terminators killed. Terminator should have been a woman and vibrator for Sarah. Maybe
they're right.
Maybe it was. Deleted scenes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Green Jack's Journal for $5. Hate it when peeps use super chats to plug their stuff. I don't care. For more insights like the head of Green Jack's Journal nearing 500 subs. I like what you did there, Green Jack's Journal. I hate it when they do that. Here's my channel. Check it out. Green Jack's Journal. I'm fine with it.
My favorite is whenever they have a favorite piece of media and they try to make it sound like it happens to be very much suitable in this moment. So take, for example, if someone's favorite media was The Matrix, and we hated Rings of Power, they're like, oh, well, if you're looking for a story about people who go on some kind of an adventure that, essentially a good version of Rings of Power, The Matrix, you should check out this. And you're just like, nice. You're just trying to slip that in there.
That segue.
They just want to talk about the stuff they love.
Yeah,
Mr. Nobody, which makes me think of Nobody, which is getting a sequel, MauLer.
Oh, well, good. I think I knew that, but
yeah.
Yes.
The real QVC. Yes, exactly. Clank, clank, I'm the tank. I'm a tank for $5. What was the fanboy outcry for the Expanse like compared to, say, Firefly? That would show that no one wants Acolyte. Well, one of my first successful, really successful videos, which was insane for me, was talking about when the Expanse got canceled and people were pissed. Amazon picked it up, continued it. It was pretty decent for a while, and then it went to shit. And they fucking cut it off. Not explaining the proto-molecule and what was behind it. So it probably would have been better off. But at least Game of Thrones did a shitty origin for the White Walkers. Like, they showed you a shitty flashback a vision with Bran.
Guy getting stabbed and with the dragon glass, right?
Yep.
Obsidian on a tree. Yeah.
So the Expanse, which has just a fucking great first season and a half, like 10 out of 10 first season and a half with Tom Jane as Miller, has a mystery of the proto-molecule, right? Which we'll just say it's the White Walkers of the Expanse. And what the proto-molecule does is it builds things with anything it can find. So, and they didn't even really do this justice in the show. It was okay, but it uses machinery, earth, humans, whatever. And it infects a city that's on an asteroid, and it just turns everybody into what's called a vomit zombie. So these zombies vomit on you, and it turns you into the zombie, and you become a part of a bigger machine. And you see later what the proto-molecule is trying to build. It's about the preservation of a long extinct race. But it's horrifying what it does to humans. Like, it just puts them back together as giant spiders, but they're all working towards, and you get into the heads of the people, and it just says, just keep working, basically keep working. And ultimately it's to build something. I won't tell you what it is if you're curious. The book's pretty good, pretty damn good through book 5. Then 2016 happens, and they sideline their quote unquote white male lead and do some insane shit. And then they kind of recover in the 8th book. But the show, doesn't even tell you. Like, the book tells you what the proto-molecule is, who it comes from, what it's fighting, what it's up against, because you're fighting against, it's not just the proto-molecule, you're up against a shadow race that lives in, I guess, for lack of a better description, the space between spaces. So anytime you there's a ring that you hyperspace jump through, and every time you do that, certain ships just get torn up by this shadow creature that comes in. And it's a pretty cool story. It's a pretty cool story. Albert, not a retro, for 5 Canadian pesos. Rolling Stone loses its credibility, lost its credibility. Is that what we're looking for?
Sure.
With Jackie versus UVA fake rape accusation. You couldn't pay me enough to read it. Thanks for taking the hit for us. No, who would fucking pay for Rolling Stone? Jay Milliot, 1986 for $4.99. And that man liked to use the F word a lot. Forrest Gump. That would be me. Layson Lazarov for 5 Belgian pesos. Compared to the most of the characters in Disney Star Wars, I think we owe Jar Jar Binks an apology. We do.
I want him back.
Gumi Dali. Yeah. For 50 Norwegian krona. At this point, D.E. Eisney saying that they've got an unannounced Star Wars project sounds more like a threat than an enticement. Exactly. Are you threatening me? Black Tiger 001 for 5 Canadian pesos. When I watch Star Trek, good stuff from Star Trek to the end of Enterprise, I get furious. Picard season 1 and 2 was like someone spitting in my face. It was. Piat RF for 25 pesos.
It's Peter.
Peter. Is that Peter? How do you that's not how you spell Peter.
Like, it's in
Piotr.
Polish.
Piotr.
In Poland, it's Peter.
Peter. Writing requires discipline. I know amateur writers who can release 2,000 words updates on a daily basis. How do they do it? Discipline. Martin has none. Nope. Aided Clock for $5. J.R.R. Martin just needs a Japanese manga editor and a book will be done in a year. If Batman had a parrot for $4.99, Keemstar coming on EFAP was mind-blowing.
It was crazy.
Pradanesky for $6.99 Canadian. Hey guys, Gary on Geeks and Gamers Daily yesterday, you mentioned that Marvel and Lucasfilm are not liking each other. I'd love to hear that story. Yeah, I will tell you that story. It's got to be after a certain show comes out. So I want to say later next year because I am sworn to secrecy. But the story's, it's big. I will tease it with something major happened within the last 4 years that you all know about. It's the details behind it. It's the details behind it. And you can put 2 and 2 together with that. So Marvel and DC, the heads don't like each other very much. Now, why is that? If you think about it, there was an announcement and then not an announcement. That's all the hints I can give. Kudzu for $5. If there is there any way to take back the comics industry from the woke freaks? It saddens me to see it in shambles. Is there any chance or is it hopeless? without saying too much, there is somebody who's putting in an effort to save one of the publishers, like a really concerted effort. I don't think it's looking too good because the comic publishers are not. It's not prominent. It's not profitable. It's probably a write down for them, a loss leader, whatever you want to call it. And it's getting to the. I think it could turn around if it probably gets farmed out to other companies. But say, for example, if Marvel goes to IDW, things could get worse. IDW's running on fumes and has been for years anyway. So, no, I think there'll always be comics. There'll always be comics of some kind, and they'll always publish in some way. But the time for radical change has passed. They had opportunities, and it's passed, and it's just not in the zeitgeist. There's still a market. There's absolutely a market, but that market was stolen by manga and back issues. Again, with Hollywood, they're competing against themselves now, MauLer. When we have access to these libraries, it kind of makes things disposable. This is why I like, but you're competing against yourself. It's like, do I want to watch this modern show or do I want to watch The Godfather? I'll watch The Godfather.
I know what I could recommend.
Yeah. You know, like, yeah, I was looking for new shit, right? For like, if I'm looking for more than 5 minutes, I like, fuck it. And that's where I went to Farscape. I'm like, I just need some Farscape right now in my life. Wake me up inside. Save me, says Ozymandias for $2. Axel Zero for $2. Do we chat about Sonic? Did we chat about the Sonic 3 trailer yet? A little bit. I'm not the person to chat about it. I fully support Sonic because the director listened to fans and they got sequels out of it. So I hope it makes $1 billion fucking dollars. I do. Just for that.
I hope the Sonic fans get everything they're looking for.
Everything they're looking for. It becomes the best movie of the year. That is my hope because Sonic fans are rabid fans. And it seems like the people in charge of that respect that. That's all you can ask for. Zodlander for 50 Swedish krona. I have a similar problem reading, but that is because of ADD. I started to have the audiobooks to read along with it, and it helps me. Have a great week. Yeah, I mix and match. But I try to keep reading because it's like working out. You just got to work out. But again, I hate the label. ADD. It's not to shame anybody who like has it legitimately. But I've seen a lot of people medicated for ADD and it does help a while, but it can also lead to addiction. So I'd say be very careful about that. I've just managed it. Now, okay, you look at my background and you might say you didn't manage it very well. And you might be right. But I've just managed it without drugs. And actually, it's been very helpful with the YouTube channel because one of the things with ADD is like, yes, you have a hard time focusing, but it also comes with hyper focus. That is something that I have learned to weaponize for good. So, Albert, yeah, but people with like true ADHD and ADD, like if you're given basically, back in the day it was Dexedrine, it was a diet pill, MauLer. So it's like Adderall, it's like pre-Adderall. And it had an opposite effect. It actually kind of mellowed you out and focused you, but you weren't like all over the place. So it had the opposite effect of like a normie taking speed and just getting really hyper. It had a calming effect. It can also have if you really have it, there's certain drugs that won't work on you. Like ecstasy works differently on you than it would on somebody else. And sometimes it just doesn't work at all, which is really fucking weird. But I know this through a lot of experimentation, by the way. It's very anecdotal, though. Albert Not a Retro for 2 Canadian pesos. I have the Rolling Stone magazine with that said cover. I do too. I still do too. It was framed in my comic shop for a very long time. The customers can attest to it. The one with Rose McGowan. Albert Not a Retro for 5 Canadian pesos. Put Dolly Parton in every Hall of Fame. It's Dolly freaking Parton, and she's awesome sauce incarnate. to the 10th power. Yeah, I have no problem with Dolly Parton going in. And at least she had the like good sense to like, hey, I don't have a metal album. I'll make one. It's like, all right, cool. Nandy Zero for $4.99. Thank you very much for the donation. Alan Richson is Batman. Yes or no, and why? I'm fine with him as Batman. Just keep him off the red carpet because he's a fucking retard. Thank you for the 17 Danish krona. He is a himbo, but I think he'd be a good Batman. Sure. Jose Rodriguez for 50 Mexican pesos. Hi guys, I have a question for you. Which movie would you have liked to end differently?
Law-abiding citizen.
Okay. I know for a fact there's a few that I would have, but I can't think of them right now. I know a show I'd like to have ended differently. House of the Dragon season 2.
Game of Thrones season 8.
Game of Thrones season 8. But a movie that I still liked, but man, it's like the ending kind of. I'd have to think about that. That's the last one, right?
Yes.
What movie? Yeah, what movie is solid, but like Alien Romulus?
Yeah. If we can change the ending, the middle bit and
Everyone dies.
In the beginning. And you know what? If you could change the end, the middle, the beginning, some of the actors, the scriptwriter, and just kept the sets, I'm fine.
There you go.
There you go. All right, MauLer, what do you got coming up?
That's a great question. I don't even know anymore. I think it's supposed to be the gap that I have between the anniversary and Rings of Power, so probably going to try and stream some video games because I find that to be soothing.
Oh, so you want to do?
Yeah, but simultaneously, I'm partially interested in that Dustborn thing now, but I'm also interested in Outlaws, so it's going to be a big old juggle. It's a crapshoot. Don't know what I'm going to stream.
I think you should stream Outlaws. I mean, it might not be as crap as Dustborn, but it's Star Wars. It's kind of your thing, dude.
I probably will. I just, will I stream all 3 of them somehow? Maybe at the same time.
At the same time. You have tentacles. You can play multiple games. You're from a higher realm.
Oh, and so the re-uploads of episode 300, yesterday was one, tomorrow will be another one, 2 days from then will be another one, and then 2 days from that will be episode 301, which is Hot D finale. So sorry that got delayed, but that's just how it ended up because of the shuffle of episode titles and numbers and stuff.
Excellent.
There you go.
Lots of stuff. Lots of entertainment. X-Ray Girl.
I'm going to go die now.
Oh, don't die. No, just go lay down.
I'm going to go sleep and pretend I'm dead and then wake up again.
Okay.
And yeah.
All right. We'll allow it.
Oh, my internet might get fixed tonight. We'll see. I don't think I have the energy to actually set up the link for the 2 Wi-Fis, but we'll see.
Yeah. Just get it set up. Worry about
does.
it later. Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. I hope you feel better. Thank you, everyone. Thanks to the Nerdrotics. Thanks to everyone who left super chat donation. You help keep the lights on. Fuck as. I will be live depending on if I get in the theater, because I mean, I might not, but if I make it into the theater, I will be live tomorrow night with my review of the first 2 episodes of the Rings of Power season 2. If I don't make it into the theater, I will be live with the first 3 episodes of the Rings of Power early in the morning, because I got to record a video that day too. So it'll be but early in the morning. So I'll keep you posted on the community section, but I'll probably get in. And we'll do it tomorrow night. It'll be about 10:30 at night, 10:30 or 11, because Central. Friday Night Tights with Little Platoon. We will be discussing the first 3 episodes of the Rings of Power. And looking for the video to be out Thursday. As long as I get into that damn theater. But I don't want to go there for 6 hours and wait. It's like, fuck that.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see how it is. I know somebody at that theater, so. I'll be all, hey, bro. All right. Oh, we got 2 more. Piston for €2. Damn it. It's almost 4-hour real BBC. 10 more minutes. Oh, that's long. Darius for $5. Do you know of any good movies that adapt H.P. Lovecraft stories? In the Mouth of Madness.
That's going to be the main one. You've got what's the Nicolas Cage one from that studio?
Not The Color Purple. It's yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Because I watched that Color Out of Space. Yeah,
Color Out of Space. Yes.
So I think the studio behind that intended to make a whole bunch of Lovecraftian adaptations, but I can't remember if a cancellation happened or something. And it's like, I remember reading something about it, but it looks like that's going to be axed now. But that movie is another sort of pick for, if you're a Lovecraft fan, you'll probably get something out of it. But yeah, In the Mouth of Madness is probably, from my perspective, the number one that I've seen.
Yep. And it's part of
Hellboy as well, to be honest with you.
Hellboy, the first Hellboy, yes. In the Mouth of Madness is part of a Lovecraftian, like trilogy-ish kind of thing.
Yes,
from Carpenter. So, I would say that there needs to be a proper adaptation of the Call of Cthulhu. Like that needs to happen. Like the fact that it's never happened is crazy.
I've got a little bit of a hot take that I'm not sure. I kind of have the same thing you have with current. Wait, is it you or as with Batman? I feel like a Lovecraftian adaptation has not yet been done properly.
Oh no, it is.
In the Mouth of Madness is the best one, but
no,
still feel like we haven't cracked that yet. Someone's going to do it eventually.
And yes, I have said that we have never, and I mean ever, seen the real Batman from the comics on screen. Seen elements. They've been close, but we've never ever seen it.
Honorable mentions to Event Horizon and Underwater, both of them as well.
Yeah. Oh,
have you seen Underwater?
I have not seen Underwater.
I think you'd like Underwater. I think you would. It's a bit like you could call it pop Lovecraft, as in like they've got some stuff in there that if you're a lot of Lovecraft fans would feel like it's sacrilegious, like the way that they do certain things. But I think it was a fun attempt, and the sets and costumes. The way they did the power armor suits in that film, like I don't know what it is. They had a magical person doing that. They look amazing in them.
Yeah, cool. To head the chat off, I can already hear you. I'm not even looking at it right now, and I can hear you. Live action Batman. Live action. Don't get upset. I love the animated series. Simon Ho for 2 Canadian pesos. If Kamala wins, I can see 4 more seasons of Velma. Well, then Disbrew's happy. Then Disbrew is a white boy. Is a cracker for Kamala. Crackers for Kamala. He's like, yes.
I'm dead.
What was that?
Is there like 3 films for Reanimate is one of them, but there was a new one that those guys made with, I want to say Heather Graham, that was like Lovecraftian as well.
Yeah.
There's a whole set. I'd have to get like a Wikipedia page of listings of them all. Like loads of people have tried all kinds of different Lovecraft shit, and a lot of it's fucking awesome. One to avoid like the plague would be Lovecraft Country.
Lovecraft Country. Fuck that. You want to talk about hating the source material and hating the author. God. With no really understanding of the man, you know.
So many people do that. They're like, I'm going to take the work and turn it on his head because he was awful. It's like, okay. Like, he's dead, man. Like
he's dead. He was sickly. Pretty isolated dude. Wrote a lot of letters to Robert E. Howard, though. They talk to each other.
Well, it's just he, among a couple of other people, he's like a grandfather of horror. He's...
Yeah.
Have an immense effect on it. I think that's what really annoys people. It's like, yeah, not everybody was perfect with mostly not great artists. No great artists are perfect.
Dude, cosmic horror is one of the coolest genres that's just totally unexplored for the most part.
Yeah.
We have some good ones in there, but Event Horizon, that's cosmic horror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just horrifying.
I got the 4K steel box set of that motherfucker.
Oh, you know what I picked up recently because I
What?
was listening to Rob Burnett talk about it. I always wanted it, and I finally got it. It's the Alien anthology where you get the egg and the alien wrapped around it, the Blu-rays. It's just a fun little special edition.
Yeah.
You don't have Prometheus and Covenant in that collection. Oh well.
No.
You know, no Romulus. Oh well.
I have Alien 4K and Aliens, the
Oh yeah, I got those two as well.
4K. The only 2 movies. That's it.
I want the egg and I want the special features for the anthology thing. A lot of the behind the scenes shit how they made.
Where is it?
4 of them.
I have the popcorn bucket. That's the face hugger on the.
Oh, the light up one.
Have you seen the
Did you put a
Batman one
battery?
there?
Yeah.
It
promoting?
looks
Oh, yeah,
so
that looks
good.
amazing.
I want it.
That looks like a fantastic popcorn bucket, but I was like, what are you guys doing? There is no Batman film.
There's an no, but there's an 85th anniversary coming up, so maybe it's for that.
Maybe it's for that. Well, I would have thought you'd want to sync it with a Batman release, though, right?
Yeah, maybe they re-release Batman. I mean, like, they said it's at the end of this month.
August. No.
What are you going to release it with, Joker?
So not suitable, but you know what? Whatever. Do
If
it,
it's filled
I
with
guess.
Smilax, maybe, but
I will say the ad for it, like the spotlight actually working in the room they had, I was like, I wonder if that spotlight works at all. I hope it does.
I hope it does too. My light didn't work on my Alien ones because the batteries were dead. So,
No.
But it's cool. All right. We're going to get out of here. Oh, wait. Ian So Forth has gifted 10 Nerdrotic memberships for 50. Thank you. Oh, shit. Ah, damn it. My dog's coming. You were asleep. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's a good girl. She's bringing her purple, knocked over an action figure. Come here.
Uh-oh. Oh, my God. I saw
She
that.
has to bring me this. That's a good girl.
Jason Yankovic for $2 says it is the Batman with a preview for Penguin.
Oh, it's the Bat. So it's a re-release of the Batman.
Oh,
all right,
okay.
that makes sense. I
Thank
have that
you.
bat signal already. It came with my 1/6 scale. Oh no. Okay, yeah, no tug of war in here.
Bye, Remy.
Bye, Remy. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to clap. You're a good girl. Good girl. All right. Thanks, everyone. We'll be back for Friday Night Test. No nooner tomorrow because I have to go to the screening. So I'm going to pull a Chris. Chris,
I get to sleep.
and you get to sleep. And remember, I don't know if there's a review embargo or not, but there's no reviews of the Rings of Power Season 2. And it is less than 48 hours away. That cannot go well. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.